Honk.
And as always, the honk shall lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Tuesday stream. And welcome officially to past mid-January. That's right. In case you were thinking to yourselves, man, I wonder for how fast we can get through 2026. Well, we hit the ground running, people. It is January 20th, 2026, in the year of our Lord, etc., etc. And it is about 12:27 p.m. Eastern, as we are about to begin day 4 of our Lost in the Dark playthrough. A gamebook playthrough where chat decides, with TariToons illustrating this live. I am very excited for this, as always, and excited to have all of you with us here today. Before we go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support the channel. If you haven't done so already, please follow us on the channel. Please check out our YouTube with the !ArvTube. Please subscribe to us over there. We are at a new record level of subscribers, so please join us over on YouTube. It's free for you to do that, but really helps us out. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is !ArvSky. You can join us there for all of your micro-blogging needs. Building up rapidly, actually, to the same number of followers I had when I left Twitter, which was, I think, over a year ago now. And thank God I'm off of that hellscape. But anyway, so closing in on that number, not right immediately right next to it, but I'm closing in pretty fast, much faster than I thought I would. So that's great. Blue Sky is way better. So please join us over there, !ArvSky. And the website for this, arvanellarun.com. Financially, !ArvShop is the merchandise area. You can get cool stuff relating to the channel and swag for you, which also supports the channel and moves us closer to channel goals. The same thing with the Patreon, !ArvTreon. We're really trying to build that back up into triple digits. We get cool stuff for you there and also cool stuff for the channel. And again, moves us towards various channel goals, video production and stuff like that. You're going to see some of that, by the way, coming up in just a few weeks because we have obviously not one but 2 campaigns launching next month. And that is the 13th Icon, Prince Justin's GM'd TTRPG campaign, which I'm very excited about, and Dragonbane, which is launching next month as well. And both 13th Icon and that have a new video and music and all that kind of stuff, which is paid for by the support from this channel. So very excited to see your hard-earned money going to work on this channel. And you can get cool stuff individually as well through the Patreon and by subbing to the channel, where you can get those custom sub badges and emotes too here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. So please do that because that helps us too. On the publishing front, Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, which is now sold out in print but is available on DriveThruRPG digitally. And we hope to have a second printing of that coming hopefully pretty soon. Although first we got to get Greyshade out. And speaking of Greyshade, the Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, is the Grey Assassin trilogy from Athos Arts. It is award-winning and critically acclaimed, and you can get that at that link with !Greyshade. You can also get the first 2 audiobooks of that series, Greyshade and Renegade, both of them narrated by the incomparable Trent Sparks. And the last book in that series, audiobook-wise, Heretic, is going to be coming out in the next month or so. So very excited for that too. You can get those at that link. And also at !Greyshade, you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Alligator Alley Entertainment very soon, in the next couple of months, designed and developed by our very own Brandon O'Brien. So you can pre-order that there. Very excited about that too. Please do that. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. My thoughts continue to be with the people of Minnesota and Minneapolis more specifically as they continue to battle back against federal occupation. And I am hopeful that we'll be able to bring that to an end soon. But it's hard when you're being governed by a mad king. We're doing our best. I swear to God, most of us, many of us are doing our best. So just a couple of notes. One note that I want to make, actually, let me get rid of this and turn on this first of all. Hi, everyone. Just before I introduce my dear friend TariToons for today, I do want to mention, I just want to give a shout out, and I will try to do this over on GOG as well. Today is my daughter, Little Arv's 18th birthday. She turns 18 today. And for those of you who are kind of the OGs, who have been with us since I started streaming in 2012, this is a momentous occasion. I started streaming when she was 4. And she is now 18 and getting college acceptances and all this kind of stuff. I've talked many times about how just incredibly proud I am of her. She is really a wonderful person. Like, I feel that whatever else I do or don't accomplish during my time on this planet, I do feel like I've been able to get some things done, and one of them is to help somehow give rise to an extraordinary human being in the person of my daughter. So many happy birthdays, happy birthday wishes to my daughter, who turns 18 today. Not so little Arv anymore, but it's really... she's a great kid, and I'm really happy that she has done so well, and that she's a person that I get to know. It's very exciting. 18 years old, hard to believe. Anyway, but now it is time. Oh, one last programming note. I will be over on Pen and Pixels today on GOG.com's channel at 4 p.m. Eastern for Pen and Pixels, playing more Breath of Fire 4. Tomorrow night, we have more community D&D, which reminds me, I need to make an adjustment on that. Hold on a second. And then I need to do that, and then I need to do that, and then I need to do that. Okay, I need to make sure that I make a note to myself not to forget to change the stream title today. So they are going to be on with you, Community D&D with the Shadow Crew, continuing Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That'll happen tomorrow night, and then Thursday night I will be back to you with the first of 2 consecutive sessions of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which I'm really looking forward to getting back into, actually. I really enjoyed what I played of that in my opening session, so looking forward to getting more of that done over the next couple of days. It's going to be good times. And the week after that, I should say, the weekend after that, will be time for my first conference of the year. I will be going to Farpoint in Baltimore, so if anyone is in the Baltimore, Maryland area, would love to see any or all of you there. Last note, at the end of our session today, we will be having closing our votes on this about what game I'm going to be playing next Tuesday. And that is, we've got Viewfinder, Flotsam, and Bomber Crew. So please get your votes in at that link. Currently, Viewfinder is winning. Get your votes in, and we will see which of those games I'm going to play next Tuesday. On Thursday, I go back to school. The fall semester begins. The fall. No, I just got done with the fall semester. The spring semester begins for me on Thursday, so going to be busy. Going to be a busy spring in front of me, but I am looking forward to it. All right. With that said, I am going to unmute myself so that Tari knows that we are ready to go, and then I am going to unmute her, and then I am going to head over to reveal. No, not that page. That page. Okay, and I don't want that. I want that. There we go. Ha-ha! It is my good friend TariToons, who, as you can see, has already begun her warm-up sketches. Hi, Tari. It's good to see you. How's everything going with you and all that kind of good stuff? How you feeling about today? And yeah, how's life in your neck of the woods?
I'm very excited for today. Doing good as far as the weather allows, because a beautiful 1.5 weeks of winter we're fast over. But
what a 1.5
yeah.
weeks it was, though. What a great.
I mean,
1.5
like
weeks.
we had like a 0.5 meter of snow almost. Like,
That's
hello.
pretty cool. That's amazing. We've had more snow this winter than we have had the last couple of years. Actually, it's been nice to have. I'm looking out at some snow now. Like, the last couple of winters have been unusually light, so I'm glad we got a little more over my neck of the woods. But yours is gone already, you're saying?
Oh yeah, very gone. Very sadly gone.
Very sadly gone. But that's okay. We are with each other today, hanging out, and in a place where there is no snow. Instead, we just have insane automatons and darkened caves. And our harp playing
just
bard.
like in real life.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about this when and yes. No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. It's not appropriate for this moment. Yes, I agree with you. Entirely. And thank you, Imaginary. I appreciate that. I will pass along the happy birthday wishes to her. And yes, Imaginary says hi to TariToons. So we have got our stream today, and while Tari is working on this warm-up, I will mention a little bit about this. We have here Annotate. One of my favorite names that we've done, I should say. And we've got a whole bunch of stuff. This is a D&D character, or at least a 5e compatible character, with strength 8. We do not want strength checks for our girl annotate here. Our woman annotate is a woman of many talents, but strength is not one of them. Constitution 14, very tough though. Very dexterous, 15 dexterity, and 11 intelligence. But not could hold their own in a Trivial Pursuit game. Little wiser than average, 12 wisdom. 13 charisma, definitely can get people sort of like, oh, this is a likable person. Currently with 9 out of 10 hit points, a 14 armor class, and 5 rations. And then a metric ton of items. A lot of the things that we play, we have like a backpack, a sword, a few coins, and then like we get like 3 things during the course of the book. This one is not that way. Like backpack, insignia of rank, deck of cards, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, water skin, a small spade, which counts as a tool, 1 torch, a love letter, lyre, constructor's diagrams, a blank spell scroll, quill, ink, a holy symbol of Afanti, a shiny forge master's brooch, a vial of holy water, 1 minor crystal fragment, and by the way, we need 3 of those minor crystal fragments to get things rolling again, padded experimental armor, 2 daggers, 1d4 plus 2, offhand attack 1d4, sneak attack additional 1d6. We also have an overworked temple defender. I don't know, actually, I don't think we got the temple defender working yet. We just found the temple defender. We have a -2 to his AC whenever they actually get running again, but they have a +2 to attack and damage rolls, so that's good. And so we got a lot of stuff. Most important, though, is that we are a level 1 rogue. Our background is an entertainer. We have proficiencies in acrobatics, athletics, insight, perception, performance, sleight of hand. We have +2 on dexterity and intelligence saving throws. We have disadvantage on stealth checks, which I note as, quote, the Tari rule. I'm guessing that's because Tari said that we have to have disadvantage on stealth checks because of something. I don't know why I called this. Do you remember why, Tari, we called this
I
the
don't know
Tari
why
rule?
you called it that. Gave it this name. But it is because we have belts all
Oh, the
over
bells.
ourselves.
That's right. That's why I blamed it on you, because you were the one who decided to add bells. Yes, that's right.
No, I originally decided that they were pom-poms, but then it was like very fitting because we just happened to be terrible at stealth.
That's right. That's right. It was a later sort of adjustment to the narrative, actually. Okay, we have light armor. We have our sneak attack here. We have thieves' cant for language. Currently, our bright path is active in the Eastern Hall. Now, that's going to be important because where we are, we have to get the light bright in other areas so that we can move things in the right direction. We basically need to light up this light that is in the Eastern Hall. So the bright path is active in the Eastern Hall, but we need to get it active in the Southern Hall and the Western Hall if we're going to get this working. So we have to do that as well. We have a few recovery rooms where we can go and be safe and do short rests and things like that if we need to. The rooms are listed as 1A, 1L, 2A, and 2G. You'll see why that matters in a minute. And our save point is 2F, which is currently where I am sitting. And if you take a look on the map here, I will temporarily expand it over. First, I have to find out what it actually is, though. Is it? It is that one. Okay, good. So if we move this up like this, you can see, chat, where we actually are. So we are in 2F. You can see F right there. The biggest room there is probably J. That was the workshop. Right below there is F, and that's where we are, the Southern Hall. I is the Eastern Hall, and I has been lit up, which is good, but we need to light up B and we need to light up F so that we can get the Guardians started, and also so we can unlock the top of what I think is room L, if I'm not mistaken, so that we can get down into the next level of where we're going. We are here in the first place. Originally, we lost our memory, but we have regained it. We are a rogue that basically betrayed the people that were trying to betray the kingdom, but we weren't having none of that nonsense. We stood up for the people that mattered. And when we drove when we drove the guards back through their doors, just joking. When we drove them back, we were sent to try to help these people that had been harmed, and that is these gnomes who were somehow down here in the cave. And we've already found a few of them. One of them is like infected by this fungal thing, which was pretty disastrous. Others are dead. Others, had created constructs to help work with them, but then the constructs themselves are half decayed and not working and all that. So all of that is kind of what we're looking at. We've just left the Eastern Hall. We are currently standing in the Southern Hall. Oh, and I see there's an illustration that I need to address here. Let me. It is not quite centered, so let me fix that so that I can get that working properly. I'm going deeper underground. Wait, is this a song that I don't know? What is this song?
Jamiroquai. Deeper underground? I'm going,
oh, yeah.
I'm going deeper underground. I'm going.
I do know that one.
I'm going deeper.
I said I do know that one. Can I say, by the way, that my son, Tari, is apparently permanently lost because he's currently on a One Direction.
Your son, Tari.
He's my son, Tari. He is currently on a One Direction kick. How exactly did this happen?
I don't know. I literally never really listened. I assume I heard them play before on the radio or something, but
I mean,
it's like one of those acts which completely went past me because boy, am I not the target audience for this, so why should I care?
Apparently my son is partially the target audience for this. And it's like these are ones too that are like 20 years plus. Like it's not even a new boy band. It's an old boy band. I was like, all right, I guess.
I mean, I was really big into Backstreet Boys when I was like 5.
Backstreet Backs, all right. Every so often, I'm just going to do that while we're playing today, Chad. I'm just going to be like, oh my God, we're back again. Just to give Tari a little bit.
Every time we have to backtrack into another room.
Yeah. Oh man, maybe we'll get sponsored by what's left over of background voice. Now I feel ancient. That's what I'm saying, Imagine. I was like, geez, do you know One Direction is like 20 years plus now? Since I was like, geez.
I mainly know One Direction for the memes.
Yes.
Because it's like a whole thing, apparently in fan fiction spaces that One Direction is incredibly infamous for causing a whole new genre of fan fiction. My mother sold me to One Direction.
Oh my
genre
God,
of fan
that
fiction.
meme I didn't know. One Direction does other musical memes. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So anyway, my son is he's not totally a lost cause. He also likes I've gotten him to something. So he also likes the Alan Parsons Project, which is solid. And then we were. Do you know the song "Don't Answer Me"? Don't make the silence. Don't let me win. The Alan Parsons Project. They do. They were sort of well known in the 80s. It was actually an engineer who's a musical engineer. His name was Alan Parsons, who just got a bunch of people together and all these singers and stuff and played things with them. They were pretty good for the time. But also when we were sledding a couple of weeks ago, they were playing music from a certain era. And they were playing "Owner of a Lonely Heart," and he does know and love Yes.
Oh, I do know that song.
I'm like, all right, at least I got him into Yes. I did something, So
I've been listening to America a lot lately.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Because
been through the desert on a horse with no name. And
mainly because of The Last Unicorn.
Yeah, of course. Which
I love that song so much.
It is great. Yeah, I remember. Obviously, it's lost on my students now. If I'm like, America did the soundtrack, they're like, what? I'm like, never mind. But yeah, they did the full soundtrack for that. And actually, Peter Beagle.
No, they didn't. Some of the songs are by other artists.
No, I think they did most of. I don't.
No, most of it, but
really? Wait,
I'm gonna go. They did all of it.
I'm gonna go get the DVD because I swear that I believe you, but I don't understand because I thought it said. Here, let me go get the DVD.
I think he forgot there for a moment that he has the internet at the tip of his fingers, so he could have just search engine that one. But
okay, it says songs performed, multiple songs performed by America.
Oh, performed.
See, songs performed by America. So okay, so they didn't do the whole soundtrack. They just did but they did more than one song though.
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right. Did you know in the completely random files? So there's a fairly well-known director named Alex Cox who directed a production of a play by John Webster called The Revenger's Tragedy. And I'm sorry, not John Webster, Thomas Middleton. I apologize. Thomas Middleton, who wrote The Revenger's Tragedy. And this was starring Derek Jacobi and Eddie Izzard is in it. And Christopher Eccleston of Doctor Who fame is in it and stuff like that. And the band that did the entire soundtrack and did not just do songs, but literally did the whole soundtrack for Revenger's Tragedy is Chumbawamba, the band that did I Get Knocked Down, But I Get Up Again. No, you're never going to knock me down. Chumbawamba randomly did that entire soundtrack. I don't have the faintest idea, but you'd be like, hey, you know who we need for this? Chumbawamba. But anyway, it's one of those deals. Okay, so anyway, we're here. We're ready to go. And we are going to get ourselves started. Speaking of music, what do you think, Tara? Do you have a thought about soundtrack today?
We did do Terranigma last time, right?
I think we did, yes.
Did we already do Illusion of Gaia / Illusion of Time?
That's a good question. I get, man.
Because that would be my next suggestion.
Because we did Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, but we did not do, I don't think we did Illusion of Gaia, no. So I shall pull up. Oh, God, no, I don't want the Pro Jared playthrough of Illusion of Gaia. Like the soundtrack, please. Okay. All right, outstanding. Okay, I'll pop up a link in a minute. Oh my God, that incredibly, wildly deep bass on the SNES. No one is met muffled until they've heard the SNES soundtracks, let me tell you. Okay, we are playing it. Chat.
So,
go ahead, Tari.
What was, I know that the game has, different names depending on the region, but, I never know if, Illusion of Gaia is a US name or the Japanese name, or, which is Illusion of Time and which is Illusion of Gaia. Because they are the same game, right?
That's right. As far as I know, they are. I think Illusion of Time, first of all, Board Game Heaven, thank you for the resub and the 3-month gift, which I think is part of this still. So thank you, Board Game Heaven, again. Greetings. Good to see you. Always a pleasure, BGH. Good to see you. Everyone should go follow Board Game Heaven, by the way. Very active Discord community as well. Thank you. Yeah, so Illusion of Time is the Japanese one, and Gaia is the US one, but I don't know. I don't know if there are differences between them in terms of how Final Fantasy VI in the US was 3 or something in Japan or something. The numbering was off. So I don't know if it's way different, but Gaia is the US and Time is the Japanese one. So I do know that. Yeah. What was it did you know it as Gaia or did you know it as Time?
Oh, I didn't grow up with it. So I have no idea what the actual European name is.
I see. Okay.
I entirely grew up on these, didn't grow up on these, but in my late teens, early 20s, I had a whole SNES phase, basically, where I played a lot of old games, but mainly English ROMs, I think. So,
I see. Yep, Illusion
it's
of
when
Gaia.
I got to do Secret of Mana and all of that stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. Illusion of Gaia it is for the US one. Chat, can you hear the music okay? Is it quiet? Do I need to turn it up at all? Let me know, chat. Quiet, good, bad, indifferent? What say you, chat? It's quiet? Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a little quiet too. How about now? Better? How's that now? Is that better? Perfect? Great. Okay, lovely. All right. Okay, so let's get to it, Chef. Here we go. Oh, actually, wait. Before we do that, do you want to quickly show Tari the previous illustrations of Anne O'Tate?
So last session, this was a warm-up. Just,
Oh
setting the tone.
I love that illustration so much. Okay.
The horrors
Yep.
persist.
Well, her expression, too, is just great.
She doesn't turn around and there are no monsters. That's
Right.
how it works, right?
Right. Our stealth.
Incredible stealth, yes.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
And our encounter with the robot.
Yes.
Construct, whatever.
The one that we need to get running again that we can't quite get
Yes.
running yet.
So,
Very, very
it
cool.
was just 3 of them last time.
Okay. Cool. And so we are here with Annotate singing Jamiroquai, which won't get us demonetized because it's just in text, so it's fine. There won't be any problems at all. Okay, good stuff. All right, so here we go, chat. Let's see. So remember, again, just as a reminder to folks coming in, we have already gotten the Eastern Hall lit up, which is I on your map, which I will again increase there. We already got I lit up, but we need to get F lit up, which is the Southern Hall where we are right now, and we need to get B lit up, which is the Western Hall. If we can get those 3 halls lit up, then that will allow us to light the crystal, which I believe will activate the construct, but more importantly, will allow us to open the lock that will let us get down to whatever the next level is. So that's kind of our goal today, is to try to get those hallways lit. And, basically the game's lit already, right? But just, make it even more lit. And then to get the doors open by doing so. And to do that, incidentally, we need crystal fragments. We have 1 already. We need 2 more of those. So, and we need a shiny object, but we do have a shiny object. I don't know if you need more than 1, but we'll see. So that is the plan. Okay. So, the southwestern corner of the temple, this is the southern hall, has collapsed, spilling rock down the southern hall. With a bit of effort, you're able to scale the rubble without issue. Something reflective has caught our attention, but we already, I think... I don't know if we picked this up already. Let me double check. Yeah, we already picked this up. So actually, there isn't something shiny because we got the symbol of Yufanti already. A single blast...
what does the symbol look like again? Can you give me a description?
Ooh,
so
yes.
I can draw it.
If I can find it. I need to find out where it is.
Because I do have a soft spot for holy symbols in
Symbol of Yufanti, yes.
games like these.
Let's
I drew literally every single holy symbol from Forgotten Realms, and I never posted them anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I did share them around on Discord. With,
Okay.
a bunch
So
of
some people have seen
heraldry
it at
friends.
least. Yeah.
But like I did plan for it to put the whole thing on oh god, what was it called again? Beyond 20 or something? Beyond D&D? Like the whole...
D&D Beyond?
Yeah, like the whole homebrew supplement posting thing. I forgot the name. But yeah, I never finished the thing. I never finished the document, so to speak. Even though I drew every last one.
I see.
I draw some incredibly obscure holy symbols for them.
Yufanti. Let me see if I can find dark. Interesting. Okay, so it's not giving me any.
Yeah, Fonty.
Fonty. I'm trying to see if there are.
I vaguely
descriptions.
believe there was something about serpents.
I think that's right, but
the whole temple that we are in is very serpent themed, or am I completely misremembering because it's been a month?
That's right. Okay, let's see. So, Nefanti's Guardian, Nefanti this. I'm glad that this is all available, incidentally, on Scribd illegally. I have the PDF, but I own the PDF, but I do not see a description of this. I don't know why. All right, one more check on my PDF, and if not, then I don't know. Hi, Hillness. Tari's trying to summon a deity but doesn't know which one yet. Yeah. Okay, we go up to... Lost in the dark.
Well, I can also just, if you said that the whole thing is online, then...
It's not, well, but...
I can just look it up myself.
Okay, let me try to find... Yes, I know about that.
Free kids books. I
Okay.
think that is the wrong one. I
Oh,
think there's
flu and
probably like a
COVID jabs
billion
are...
different
I hear you,
books
Helmus.
with that name.
Yeah, there are. Okay, can you please do... Adobe is such crap. Okay. Such crap. Okay. Guardian. Spider-like construct, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't... they don't actually describe it.
Okay, then I'll just design something.
I guess you can make something up.
What do we know about Yafonti?
I think Yafonti actually is probably more...
How do you spell that, first of all?
It's Yfanti.
Y-F... what?
Yfa N as in Nick, T-I.
I feel like there is a vowel missing somewhere there.
I agree. Mithril
Yafonti.
Weaver.
Oh, so it's probably spider themed, right?
I'm thinking, although they still don't describe, the altar of Yafonti. The statue carved from white marble and clothed in layers of leather, silk, and woven metal armor wields a light metal hammer and a buckler. Oh. Nah. No, then not spider then. It might be like a person? Maybe like a dark elf? This is the reason I was wondering about this is because literally, like, as I look at these things, yeah, even the statue doesn't have a description of them. So I don't know.
So I got free reign. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, Weaver makes me think of spiders.
I agree
Like
with
a
that.
Hafni?
That's that. I agree with that. But it's definitely not a spider because it's actually dressed in something. Maybe I don't know, spider-like. You know, maybe like
A Drider.
or like or like a drow that is, you know, basically like Lolth servants, you know, type of thing.
Like Driders?
Well, no, because no. I know you're excited to do a Drider, but I don't actually think it's a Drider.
Well, not really. That like kind of
Okay.
doesn't really make for a good holy symbol, I think.
I think it's a character that actually might have fought against some of the dark forces, but was sort of like used to living in darkness and shadows and webs and things like that would be my guess. So, I'm sorry to hear that, Hilness, although I'm glad that you're protected from those things, but still. Yeah, I'm glad that I was wondering because I hadn't heard a little bit from you for a while other than a couple of general updates on Discord. So I'm glad that you're with us even though I understand being hit hard by those things. Okay. A single brass pipeline around 2 feet in diameter runs along the apex of the vaulted ceiling, running parallel with the southern hall. Small hatches sealed with an aperture, let's see. I'm just double checking something here. Okay. With an aperture locking mechanism are staged at the center and ends of the southern hall. During your investigation of the rest of the passage, you hear faint skittering and scratching noises coming from the pipe above. Let's see. And actually, one of these is a remnant. There was a remnant construct that we battled in this room before. So we're not going to be able to re-trigger it, but there's still stuff up there in that pipe somehow. The toppled masonry is covered in a fine layer of powdered glass shimmering in the dim light. The shattered remains of a gilded mirror lay buried among the rubble. A thin copper wire has been wrapped a dozen times around the broken mirror's backing, twisted together into one braided lump. Again, above, you notice a bent hay hook connected to a short section of chain wrapped around the brass pipeline. You take the opportunity to view the arcane workshop from a new vantage point. Peering through the decorative metal grating, you're able to see the familiar scene of the cold forge and magnifying lenses. Squinting your eyes, you notice a collection of forged weapons bundled haphazardly in tapestries against the left-hand wall. Now, we've already been into the workshop and gotten a bunch of those things as well. So, we found the symbol of Yolanti, so we don't need to do that. I think we've already seen honestly, I hate to do this, but I think we've already done most of this. We've already dealt with the remnant construct. So basically we have two options. One of them requires a shiny object and light from the Western Hall. Oh, okay. So we don't have the Western Hall lit. All right. So I've successfully read you a description that's not going to matter because we can't really do anything except go west because we've already done everything else. So my apologies for all of that. So instead what we get to do is, so we've come from 2H, which is the, we've come from 2H, which is the sacristy. And that actually we came from the Eastern Hall. So we have three places that we can go. We can go to the Western Hall, which is B on your map. Currently right now we're in F. So we could go to B, the Western Hall. We could enter our first door on the right, that is G, the chapter house. That's the room right below us, and we have not yet gone to that. Or we could go back to the Eastern Hall, although again, we've already basically done that. I believe. Let me see if we've gone to the sacristy, actually. Oh, we have not. We haven't gone there either. Okay, so we actually have a couple of options. We could go back to the Western Hall, that's B. We could go down to the chapter house, that's G on your map. We could go to the sacristy is what I should call it, that's H on your map. Or we could theoretically go back to the Eastern Hall, but we just came from there. So functionally, we have three choices. We can either go to B, G, or H. So, where should we go? First vote of the day. We can go to the chapter house, which is G, question mark. Go to the sacristy, that is H. Or go to the Western Hall, which is, I believe, which is B on your map. All right, Chad, here we go. First vote of the day. $ vote space 1 means you go to the chapter house. That's the room right below us. $ vote space 2 is the sacristy, which is H on your map. Or we could go back to B, which is the Western Hall. Thank you so much, Rip and the Goon. Good to see you, man. I hope all's well. A little early for me. No, on Tuesdays I usually stream around this time, actually. You normally catch me during an evening stream, though, because most of my other streams are all evening times. But on a Tuesday, I usually do stream during the day, partially because the amazing and awesome rest of the world, Europe in particular, this is evening for them. So you're just gone on Tuesdays. Yeah, that could be. How's everything with you?
Almost bedtime.
How's everything with you and the family, Riven? Oh no, Echo! I'm slowly dying from flu. Oh, good lord. Hilness was just talking about dealing with the flu and COVID shots, but oh man, hang in there. The flu has been nasty this year. That's good, Rip, and I'm glad. So there we go, chat. So get your votes in. $ vote space 1 means we go to the chapter house. We're currently in letter F of your map here. $ vote space 1 means that we are going to go down to the chapter house, which is the big room right below us. We haven't been there yet. H is the sacristy, and that is, you can see that's right next to G. We haven't been there either. That's $ vote space 2. And $ vote space 3 is the Western Hall. That is B. That's the hall that you see on the left. Right now we're in F, and we're trying to get the hallways lit up. We've lit up the Eastern Hall, which is I, but we need to light up the Southern Hall, which is F, and the Western Hall, which is B. Our soundtrack for today, by the way, is the soundtrack to The Illusion of Gaia. All right, we've got 2 votes for Western Hall, 1 vote for Chapter House. We have not been to the Chapter House or the Sacristy, so I don't know whether there's stuff in the Western Hall we're going to need to go to the Chapter House or Sacristy to get stuff for. I don't know. But... And actually, let me see if we have 2G. Okay. So we have been in the Chapter House. I lied. We have been in the Chapter House before. It's one of the recovery rooms. But we have not been to the Sacristy, which is H. So. Echo wants to know, is it possible to show some of your art pieces from other sessions of Annotated Requested? Told my artist friend about the stream, and she's very much interested in the art aspect. I told her the stream was live. I'm sure Tari wouldn't have a problem doing that,
Yes.
Echo. Right? If she
Let me
comes
know when they come online, and then I will show off the ones from the first session, or like the whole thing.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So yes, for sure, Echo. Just let us know when they arrive. Okay. So last call. Going once. Going twice. Okay, the Western Hall, it is. An upturned helmet rests at the far end of the wall, punctured through the brow. Smeared handprints clawed against the tile, dragged towards the far stairwell. The blood trail ends at the edge of a pool. Water continues to pour from the door on your right. Okay, so... checking here for something else. Okay. Now, we have been here before in this hallway, but we are still trying to figure out how to do some stuff with getting these things lit. So, bioluminescent mushroom caps spring from cracks in the walls, reaching like outstretched fingers towards you. Dried blood trailing away from the postern leads towards a small stairwell located at the back of the passage, stopping at the edge of a shallow pool. Water seeps from beneath the door to the right of the stairs, running slightly and across the floor. To your left, you can... completely lost my place. To your left, you notice a double set of wooden doors. There we go. A single ray of green light slips between decorative metal venting located along the right wall. The light, directed towards a hastily installed rotatable mirror near the passage ceiling, spills across the ceramic tile floor towards the crumbling masonry of the hall intersection located behind you. The glint of something shiny among the rubble catches your eye. You take note of it before continuing your investigation. And then again shows you the Arcane Workshop, and we've been in the Arcane Workshop already. So, one of the options that it gives us, and we actually know a couple of things here, but the big thing is that the sleight of hand check now is available to us because we know about the Arcane Workshop and specifically about the crystal fragments. We at the moment only have 1 crystal fragment. We need 2 other ones. And so, right. So, what it asks us to do then is to do a sleight of hand check now that we know about that light. So, who is going to roll for us for this evening / afternoon / well, yeah, mostly just afternoon or evening. Evening. Good evening. Hey, Nonstop. Tier 2 sub for 101 months. That is staggering. That is literally 8 years and 5 months. Thank you, Nonstop, as ever. I am so grateful for the support, and I'm also grateful for the 6 million emotes that you show, which get to show off Tari's amazing work whenever this happens. So I love it. It's great stuff. Thank you, Nonstop. Seriously, I appreciate it. You could roll, but it would be cursed. Maybe not, Echo. Maybe all the curse has entered your body and you're fighting the flu. So it means your dice rolls will be uncursed. You know? I could see that.
So scientific.
Yeah. I figure that's how it works, right? Like luck can be neither created nor destroyed. It's just, someone has it, someone else doesn't.
Is that what Einstein said?
It's
Or,
exactly, that was word for word, I think.
word for word. Yeah,
What
yeah,
he said. So yeah, Echo, if you would like to roll, Triffid, I think it was Triffid who did it last time and kicked butt doing that, if I'm not mistaken. Echo, I would love to have you on board. Happy to do it. Okay, give it to me. So if you could roll, I have it set. You know how to do this. So we are looking for a sleight of hand. So we are looking at D20 plus. Let's see. We have sleight of hand, so we're proficient in that, which is +2, and the dexterity. So we have got +2 and then dex +2. So +4. So D20 +4, Echo, if you would. Hey, a 19 right out of the gate. See? That's what I'm talking about. Anti-cursed. Good stuff, Echo. All right. So, pulling a barrel over from the postern, you can reach the mirror. Tightening the mirror's hinge, you redirect the beam of light down the western hall. The bright path is now active in the western hall. It can cure my nose, will a roll do? No, it doesn't work that way. See, if you use your good rolls in the game, you have to just put up with the flu for, hopefully not much longer, but a little longer. All right, so we got things lit, people. It's lit. They'll stay cursed. Western Hall is lit. Now, the good news about this, chat, Western Hall is lit, Eastern Hall is lit, but what it specifically said, you are hearing Illusion of Gaia music in the back nonstop, exactly right. What it said was that the Southern Hall needs a shiny object, we have one, and light from the Western Hall. So if we go back to the Southern Hall, we can get this thing lit. So I'm going to open up just a quick, should we go back to the Southern Hall to light up the Southern Hall? And we're lighting it up, by the way, because we need to start a construct which needs light. We also need a light so that we can fire up the door, which is not available. So $ vote space 1 says yes, go to the Southern Hall and get that thing lit up. $ vote space 2 says no, stick around in this hall. It's lit. It's lit. Oh, you want to stay here? Okay. So $ vote space 1 means we go back to the Southern Hall and light that up. $ vote space 2 means we stay here in the Western Hall.
I hope you guys can't hear it from my mic, but actually in the other room, the boyfriend is practicing music.
Okay.
And it's like really weird hearing that on top of
this music from the soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think all anybody hears in all likelihood is just the soundtrack, I think.
Okay.
So
let me know should there be any stray music coming in from my mic.
all right, everyone wants to stay in the Western Hall. I was excited to see us get the Southern Hall lit up. All right, last call. Fear not, there is also stuff to do in the Western Hall besides that. We came originally from the Western Hall, actually. Okay. Okay, going once, going twice. All right, so we're going to stay in the Western Hall. Okay, so given that that is the case, I will tell you what is available in terms of places to go. So, we have already done the, let's see, the collapsed refectory. I believe, is the collapsed refectory is impassable, right? Because we almost got swallowed up by it the last time. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so looking at this map, which I will pull up for you folks so you can see it. There we go. I will now show you what we've got available to us. So we could go to the flooded lavatorium. To the flooded lavatorium. That is 2E.
It's
Yeah,
a
go
bit
ahead.
odd because I only know what these words mean because the other week I replayed Pentiment.
Ah,
So, monastery architecture.
yep.
And no, the lavatorium is not a toilet. It's actually a washing place.
Interesting.
Yes. Even though
Uh,
lavatory in modern
whole
English
different thing, yes.
is
Washes in
the poop house.
Yep, that's right. Okay. To this flooded lavatorium, to the southern hall, or the far stairwell is to the cellar hall. And I will list that off, by the way, on your map. So, to the flooded lavatorium, lavatorium is E on your map. And southern hall is F on your map. And the cellar hall, I believe, is M, as in Mike, on your map. All right, so what's it going to be, chat? We can go, do you want to go to the flooded lavatorium? That's E. And you can see that is up, basically, we're in B, right? So E is above J. It's that small room above J, so we could go there. You could go to the southern hall. Again, that's F. That's the place where we're going to try to light it up eventually. Or we could go to the cellar hall, which is M, and M is down the stairs. You can actually see there's stairs at the top of the hall of B, and that connects with, if you look at the upper right of that map, stairs leading down towards M. Euphante is a god, a kind of demigod slash hero saint person that lived somewhere in what is the equivalent here of the Underdark. What we have not been able to get, and I actually spent a few minutes trying to look for it earlier when Tari quite reasonably asked me, we have no idea what Euphante looks like. There's no description at all, other than just wears like a has a mace and wears a cloak and cloth and everything. So we think Euphante is a good god, basically. But lived a lot of time as a mithril weaver in the underground, and so we're sort of guessing, basically. So yes, so $sign vote space 1 to go to the flooded lavatorium, which is E. $sign vote space 2 to go back to the southern hall, that's F. And to the cellar hall is up the stairs and down into the letter M to the cellar hall.
But yeah, because of the Weaver thing, I decided to give her a spider motive.
And spiders don't have to be bad. Look at Spider-Man. It can be positive spiders.
I like spiders.
I mean,
because they eat mosquitoes, and I hate mosquitoes.
That's true. I am not a fan of mosquitoes either. Yep, I totally agree. And everyone talks about Shelob, but nobody talks about Velob, which is Shelob's younger sister. No one speaks about that. Velob.
What about her brother Helob?
Helob and Velob ran a tavern together called
agender sibling called Velob.
Velob, yeah. And we know that Velob ran a inn called the Weaving Web, right? And Bilbo and all the rest of them got a lot of help there. So I don't know why people are so down on Shelob, just because she's a spider, What about TariLob or Arvelob? Yeah. I mean, these things totally are true things that occur and exist.
Indeed.
Okay. So I'm going to last call this. Going once. Going twice. I think they liked your description of, your definition of lavatorium, Tari. They seem to be, They seem to be on board with it. And...
That I said that it's not a poop house?
Right. They were like, all right, good. I'm not sure that the writers got the memo, though, because the flooded lavatorium, Water seeps through your shoes as you slosh across the recessed lavatory floor. I think someone made a mistake with what lavatorium is compared to what a lavatory
Well,
is.
I mean, like, given the name, I'm sure there is like various overlap and mix-up historically, right? It's just like, no, in a medieval context and monastery context, it would be a washing.
Right.
Like,
That's right.
where you would wash your face and hands.
That's right. I think here they're not thinking of it that way, though. Although some of it, a long trench basin carved from stone continuously overflows from pouring faucets. Okay, there's a little bit of that. Did Shelob and Sib share an office facility called Webwork? Exactly. And it was a good, honest, business, right? Towels and a pair of pants hang from low metal rings along the far lavatory wall. Buckled and knotted, you notice the latrine basin lid has been sealed shut with a leather belt. I also want to note something interesting about English grammar there, folks. Buckled and knotted, you notice the latrine basin lid makes it sound like you are buckled and knotted. Buckled and knotted, you stumble towards the latrine because you're buckled and knotted.
Oh, you should be so happy that Trendane isn't here right now. He would have the comment about
exactly.
that. I'm not.
Exactly. It should be done. You notice the latrine basin lid, buckled and knotted, has been sealed shut with a leather belt. It appears that someone attempted to seal the latrine shut in a hurry. As you get closer to inspect, the smell of raw sewage assaults your senses. Wiping your nose, you turn your attention to the trench basin, hoping to shake the thought of whatever refuse could be seeping between your toes. Ugh. Each faucet of the trench basin squeals in protest as you stop the water's flow. Out of the corner of your eye, something dark in the bottom of the basin catches your attention. A bundle of purple cloth has been jammed into the central drainage pipe. Pulling on the blockage, you are unable to remove it at this time, but you are able to determine there is something hard inside the twisted bundle. All right, so now we have to decide what we're going to do. So choice number 1 is athletics. And this should be should we do, question mark. Athletics. So I'll try removing the blockage, which is athletics. And it's DC 15. That's strength-based. Probably don't want to do that. Investigation. Hope something useful was left behind. And that's DC 13. We have perception. I really don't want to touch anything. And that's perception, which is DC 13. Or further exploration, which doesn't require a check. Which is, why would someone seal this shut? Further exploration. All right, chat. So, $ vote space 1 is try removing the blockage. That's athletics. We are going to get that at -1. Do not recommend. Oh, actually, we do have +2 proficiency on athletics, but because of our strength, it means that we're looking at a +1 total. So that would be D20 +1 to get to 15. Hope something useful was left behind is investigation DC 13. So that would be intelligence. That would just be a flat roll trying to get 13. Really don't want to touch anything is perception, and that is DC 13. But we do have, we are expert at perception, so we're looking at a +4 there. So that would be D20 +4 to get to 13. Or why would someone seal this shut? That's further exploration. That doesn't require a roll. So do we want to remove the blockage? $ vote space 1. Hope something useful was left behind. Investigate. $ vote space 2. Really don't want to touch anything. Perception. $ vote space 3. Why would someone seal this shut? Further exploration. $ vote space 4. So please get your vote in. And also, hi Effect Life. And yeah, basically what Imaginary Exponent said is right. We found a lavatory. It's out of order. We're trying to figure out what to do about it. And we have lit up the Western Hall and the Eastern Hall. We just have to light up the Southern Hall, and we'll be able to get the construct working and hopefully unlock the door that leads to the next level. So we're currently exploring what's left of the Western Hall after we lit that up. And then I think the plan for chat was to go back to the Southern Hall after that. So that's the idea.
Such happy music.
It is,
Assuming
right?
we're on the same song.
Yeah, it's all very dramatic victor. It's all very pleasant victory music, and all everything's fine. Does not quite fit with we're in the middle of this sewer essentially. And... all right, so last call, going once, going twice. Tari, you're gonna love this drawing that we're about to get. By the way, you're gonna love it. I already love what you're doing, but I'm saying you're gonna be a big fan of this next one, I think. Okay. Further exploration it is. Chat has spoken. All right. So we're going to further explore. The good news is we don't need to do a check for that. So you will unbuckle the belt clasp, detangling the leather from itself before pulling it loose. As you raise the latrine basin board, a small shriek of surprise escapes you as two large spider-like limbs erupt from the latrine. I had a feeling you might be a fan of drawing this. Water pours from the joints of the damaged spider-like construct. The creature's mangled armored limbs desperately cling to the edges of the latrine basin. The scum-coated aperture blades whine and whir behind its singular glass eye. The noxious fumes released from the backed-up latrine bring you close to retching. You struggle to keep your composure as the stench burns your eyes. You have to choose one saving throw from the list below to avoid being affected. So, and you can add your character stats. So we either have a con saving throw, which is pretty good. I'll hold my breath and focus on combat. A dexterity saving throw, forget it and run. Or a strength saving throw. I'll force the construct back into the latrine and secure it. Now, I will say one thing about the combat, and that is it does say that, and I can say this because you can see it when you see the construct page. If we win, we get a minor crystal fragment. We do need crystal fragments. We have one already. We need two more. So we do need crystal fragments. So it might be worth our while to try to save against this and then try to fight it because we do need a crystal fragment, but I'll leave that up to you. So, so again, Constitution. Which is DC 13, but we do have plus, I believe it is +2 to that check. Or dexterity saving throw. And actually, even though we have a slightly higher dexterity, it's the same +2, so that doesn't really benefit us at all. It's the same thing. Or strength saving throw, which is number 1, DC 15, and also our strength sucks. So, highly recommend we do not do that. Okay, so $sign vote space 1 means we make a Constitution saving throw. We do have +2 to that roll, and we try to fight it so we can get that crystal. $sign vote space 2 means dexterity saving throw. It's going to be the same +2, but if we get it right, then it means we run away from the combat, but it means we don't get the crystal. $sign vote space 3 is strength saving throw, where we try to push it back into the latrine. We have a terrible strength. I would not recommend us doing that, because strength is not... that is not Annotate's thing, you know? So $sign vote space 1 is con saving throw, 2 is dex, 3 is strength. Okay. Gonna last call this. Going once. Oh, it's just a space, Board Game Heaven. So it's $vote and then space and then the number. Hey, Dragon. All right, so again, $vote space 1 is a con saving throw. It has a crystal fragment, which we need, but of course you are fighting it, so there is danger there. $vote space 2 means we're trying to run. The only deal with there is that we won't get the crystal fragment, which we do need eventually. And then $vote space 3 is strength saving throw. Can we go back to the beginning? We cannot go back to the beginning, I'm afraid. But hi. So $vote space 1 is con
the hero's journey dictates
the hero's
we
journey.
always have to return to the beginning eventually.
Yeah, exactly. And report on what we've learned.
Yes.
You can change your vote, Board Game Heaven. You just do $ and then change vote, all one word, space, and then the number. There you go. Okay. All right, last call, last call. Oh, the bot told you. That's right, that's right. I didn't even realize. Effect Life's bot is so efficient, I forgot that it actually says it. I'm so used to doing, like, DIY. I still do that. Okay, it's going twice. Okay, con saving throw it is. All right, now, Echo. What we have here is, we have, let's see, con saving throw would be +2. So we have D20 +2. And we are trying to get a 13. Sorry, Dragon. So, Echo, we're looking at D20. Ugh. Wow. Ugh. That actually does fit though, right? Echo, that's about how you're feeling physically right now, is what you just rolled. Oh my goodness. Okay. You held your breath a minute too late. The foul stench turns your stomach inside out. You spew the sorry remains of your last meal. As you begin combat, you re-roll the waterlogged construct's first attack, taking the higher number of the two. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It happens. Okay. All right, so let's see. We are looking at it as, let's see, hit points 5. Okay, right. Let's see. What is its... If you roll exceeds... Oh, it's just a flat 0. Okay. All right, so Echo, you are up first then. So we are looking at, our roll is going to be let's see, a D20 plus, let's see, we have the attack here with our daggers. So it's 1d4 plus 2. And we get an offhand attack 1d4. Okay, so yes, so we are looking at, let's see, D20. And then we are looking at, we are proficient in that, so we are looking at plus 4. So we're looking at a D20 plus 4 to hit this thing, Echo, if you would please. 17 will hit. Now we can roll damage. Now we get to roll 1d4 plus 2.
So we are fighting a pair of toilet spiders right now, correct?
It's actually one spider with 2 legs that stuck out of the toilet at us.
One toilet spider.
Yes. 5. Who are the Windy 4? The Windy 4? What do you mean? Oh, cute. I see what you're doing. I see what you did there, Dragon. 5 points of damage. You'll be happy to know that, as it clearly says here, Echo, 5 hit points. That's all it has. So we actually destroyed it before it could attack us. So good stuff. 5 hit points only, thankfully. The construct crashes to the ground, sparks flying from the frayed wires. We step outside for a moment, catching a breath of fresh air before returning to inspect the construct. Something green radiates from beneath its plating. Reaching in, you gently pluck it out. Add 1 minor crystal fragment to your inventory. Now we have 2 minor crystal fragments. I think it said that we need...
Oh, it's not a real spider, right? It's a construct?
It's a construct, yeah. Yeah, and the way it's described is, Tari, it's a, it says, damaged spider-like. Its mangled, armored limbs desperately cling to the edges of the latrine basin, while the scum-coated aperture blades whine and whir behind its singular glass eye.
I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna draw something.
Oh, the aperture blades? So like basically the blades at the end of its sort of front. So basically it's got this, so it's got 2 limbs that are holding onto the latrine, and then the front of it, like a spider, is like psst, except it's got, as a construct, it has these blades whirling. And then there are more gears whirring behind its glass eye. It's kind of messed up, is what I'm saying. It's kind of broken down and stuff. Thank you, Echo. And I will check that out at a certain point. Let me see.
Nate.
Oh, with that's with what's his name? Oh my God, with Brendan Fraser, right? Is that's what Rental Families. Brendan Fraser. Yeah. That's cool. So you liked it? I will have to keep in mind. I will check that out. And yes, I will pass along your birthday wishes to the birthday girl. 18 today. My goodness. Okay. All right. So we got that crystal fragment. Good stuff. So having defeated that, we can now go back to the flooded lavatorium.
Hooray.
Just what everybody wanted. Okay. Now that we've done that, we've done the further exploration thing. So that is done. So now we have remove the blockage. Which is DC 15. That would be +1 for us total. Look for something useful. That's investigation. And it would be a flat roll, but it is only DC 13 as opposed to 15. Or don't want to touch anything. So basically look at everything from a distance. And that is perception, which would be DC 13. And we do have +4 because we have expertise in that as well. So basically, D20 +1 if we want to remove the blockage with athletics. D20 just flat if we want to look for something useful. Or D20 +4 if we don't want to touch anything and see what we can see from a distance with a perception check. So $vote space 1 for athletics check. $vote space 2 for investigation check, $vote space 3 for perception check. Most likely to get through is perception, but we may be able, I don't know if we can do these other things or not. We could do these others after fighting the construct, which we just did, but it doesn't always give you the option to do everything. So I don't pick the one that's the one you want to do the most, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like Brendan Fraser, so. Apparently everybody else does too. He's like really popular in Hollywood. Everyone thinks he's a nice guy. All right, we have some people saying they don't want to touch anything. I can't blame you. Looking for something useful also makes sense. You know? Do 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 do.
Doo-doo?
Doo doo. I'm already sick, so I stopped caring. Yeah, exactly. You're like, it doesn't bother me anymore. Poor Echo. Dramatic things going on in the soundtrack. All right, last call. And okay. Don't want to touch anything. Don't blame you. All right. So if we could get a D20 plus 4, Echo, when you get an opportunity, that would be lovely. A 7. Okay. So sloshing across the tile, you inspect every inch of the flooded lavatories. Despite your efforts, you were unable to find anything of use. Okay. So that means basically now we have 3 options. It now gives us also the option to return to the Western Hall. So, chat, $ vote space 1, remove the blockage. That's, again, an athletics check. That's +1, trying to get a DC 15. Look for something useful. That's investigation. That's a flat D20 roll. We're trying to roll a 13. Or return to the Western Hall. Up to you guys, up to you folks what you want to do. $ vote space 1 is remove the blockage. 2 is look for something useful. 3 is return to the Western Hall. All right. Going once. We're going to last call this. Going once. So far, we have 2 votes for look something useful. Going once. Going twice. Okay, we're going to look for something useful. This one's easy, Echo. Just a D20. No modifier required. Looking for DC 13 here if we can. The 7. Very consistent. Let's see. With so few places to search, you rifle through the hanging pants pockets, turning them inside out. Nothing. All right. So, yep, you warned us about curses. All right, chat. 1 decision left then. Do we try to remove the blockage? That's an athletics check. We would be +1, so DC 20 +1 to get a 15. Or do we return to the Western Hall? So $ vote space 1 is try to remove the blockage. $ vote space 2 is return to the Western Hall. This is very dramatic, Tari, right now, this music.
Indeed.
It's rattling. All right, last call. We're going to remove this blockage. We're determined. We're determined to do it. Hi, Craigery. This is the Illusion of Gaia soundtrack, Echo. Had you thinking Zelda? I was actually thinking a little bit about The Secret of Mana combat. The
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to remove the blockage. All right, Echo, we put all our back into it. DC 20 plus 1. We're looking to get a 15 here. Can we do it? DC 20 plus 1.
Weird ass looking thing that I'm drawing.
It is. We put our back and legs into it. That's true. We put everything into it is what I'm saying. DC 20 plus 1. We're trying to get a 15. DC 20 plus 1 to get this athletics check. Yeah, that tracks. A 5. Pretty much not. We put one foot on the basin's edge for leverage. Grabbing hold of the purple cloth with both hands, you eke out as much strength as you can. Fighting against the suction of the drain, you were unable to tear the cloth from the basin. Guess that's not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, so we did not get that done, but we did get a minor crystal fragment, which was important. So now, since there's nothing else to do, we go back to the Western Hall. All right, now in the Western Hall, we've already got the Western Hall lit up. So now what we have here is the collapsed refectory we can't get to anymore because it collapsed. We've just been to the flooded lavatorium. So we have two options left, which is we can either go back to the Southern Hall. We do need to get the Southern Hall lit up at some point. Or we can go to the Cellar Hall. Now, we have not been down in the Cellar Hall yet. So the Southern Hall is G. And the Cellar Hall is M, which you can see on that map. What would you folks like to do? $ vote space 1 means we go to the Southern Hall, which is G. I'm sorry, not G. I messed that up. Not G. F, that's what I meant. Sorry. So $ vote space 1 means we go to F, which is the Southern Hall. $ vote space 2 means we go to the Cellar Hall, which is M. And you can see that, like, it's basically a cutaway. Right above B, which is where we actually are the stairs leading downwards. And that Cellar Hall is above to the top right of the map that you're looking at. That's what M looks like. It looks like there's 2, maybe 3 more rooms access there. Yeah, thanks for the nightmares, Tari. This is this is great. Oh man.
I'm not the one who decided to put like weird spider construct monsters all over this adventure.
Gnomes, I'm telling you. Can't trust those gnomes. Okay, so we have so we have 1 vote for go to the Cellar Hall. $ vote space 1 means we go back to the Southern Hall, which is F on the map. We do have to get that lit up eventually, but we have not been to the Cellar Hall yet, so that's $ vote space 2 is M. I'm starting to blame Tari for the Dweemers now. Just give it googly eyes and it will be adorable. Adorable googly eye latrine constructing. Like, I'm trying to decide what exactly... Dweemers, didn't I say that? Or you're saying Dweemers? It should be Dweemers, isn't it? DWE?
I would pronounce it as Dweemers, but...
Oh, Dweemers. So it should be DWEH then. It's from Elder Scrolls. No, I know.
I think that's a bit older than Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
I think.
No, but what he was imagining was, oh my god, the googly eyes.
Now it's a Muppet.
Suddenly it went from nightmarish to basically
Muppet.
Another Tuesday in Muppet Land. Take it back to Xenomorph with googly eyes. All right, last call. Going once. It's very funny. Going twice. All right, sold. Cellar Hall it is. We have not been here yet. That's funny. Okay.
Spiders are so annoying to draw. Because, like...
did you say
trying
eyes
to figure
are?
out... No, spiders.
Oh, spiders are.
Yeah, because it's like really difficult to put the legs in a position that it like makes sense to the viewer.
I see. I see. So it looks like, how do you handle that? Do you just like have to
Futzing.
do futzing around? Gotcha.
Everything is futzing.
Everything is futzing. Standing water pools around the clogged drain at the bottom of the cellar stairs, spilling across the tile floor. So we're in M now, chat. The 2 doors in the narrow hall have been smashed into pieces, and large, splintered pieces of wood bob on the water's surface. Suddenly, Han looks at you and says, "What a wonderful smell you've discovered." No, that doesn't happen. You stop yourself just before stepping into the stagnant pool. You had grown accustomed to the hiss of steam in the western hall. Only the faint trickle of water from the stairs disrupts the unsettling silence. You step into the pool. The murky water swirls behind your shoes, dredging up the dusty sediment resting on the tile floor. You try not to think of what might be below the surface. Okay, so here's what we have a choice to do, chat. We can either do an athletics check to find out what's up with the drain. And that is athletics DC 13. We could wonder what's happened here, which is perception. And that's DC 13. Or we could call out. That doesn't require any check. You just do it. So $ vote space 1 means wonder what's up with the drain. You do an athletics check. That would be DC 20 plus 1, trying to get to a 13. Wonder what happened here is perception. We have expertise in that, so that's plus 4. So that would be DC 20 plus 4, trying to get to 13. Or call out. $ vote space 1 for wonder what's up with the drain. $ vote space 2 for wonder what happened here. $ vote space 3 to call out. Okay, gonna last call this. Going once. Going twice. And sold for perception. All right, so we're gonna be looking at Echo, please. A DC 20 plus 4, trying to get to a 13 if we can. Oh my God, you were right about the cursing. Wow. Failure. The doors have been broken inward, that you are certain of. With every step, more sediment stirs through the water, making it impossible to discern any additional details from the tile floor. Okay, my nose is evil. Oh man, so, now that we've got that, we do this. All right, so now the choices are, now that we don't really have much information that we did before, we can either go back to the Western Hall, where we came from. We can enter the left door. Oh, the Western Hall is also, that's B. So we could return to the Western Hall, which is B on your map. We could enter the left door. Which is O. Or enter the right door, which is N. What do you think, chat? $ vote space 1, return to the Western Hall, that's B. Enter the left door, that's O. Or enter the right door is N on your map. And I'm covering over my character here, our character, because I want to be able to show the vote. And at the moment, there's not a lot of extra room, because I'm sure as hell not going to cover over Tari's amazing art. So,
Yes, everybody wants to see the poop spider.
exactly. I guess I could cover over my face just like this. Everyone be like, that's great. Thanks, Sarv. Just keep it right there. Okay. I think we've entered the victory music from Illusion of Gaia. This is very much the da 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 ba 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 ba. All right, left door is 2, right door is 1. I'm going to last call this. Let's see what else we get.
Disgusting.
It is pretty gross. This is clearly the failed perception check music. I see nothing, yes I don't. All right, so we're going to enter the left-hand door. Okay. Tangled sheets, so we are now in O. Tangled sheets have been torn from their bed frames and dragged toward the open doorway. Dried blood is crusted and smeared across the infirmary floor. The only source of normality among devastation is an untouched blue door against the far wall. That's the one leading to P. Broken jars and blood-soaked rags lay scattered across the tile floor. You carefully dance your way around the smattered blood, I guess that's right, that coats the infirmary floor. I wonder if anyone made it out all right. The shattered brown glass of medicinal bottles crunches beneath your boots. After surveying the room, you determine the infirmary has been raided of all readily available medical supplies. You turn your attention to the unopened door at the back of the infirmary. The once vibrant blue door, now faded, is decorated with painted herbal motifs in yellows and greens. Rattling the handle, you find the door is not locked, but barricaded from the other side. You press your ear against the door, listening for any signs of life. After a few moments, you feel confident that nothing living is on the other side. Yeah, American-style healthcare. You got that right, Gregory. Okay, so here are our options. We can say, like, I'd let a door stop me. We can do an athletics check.
What's that meme again? The sign can't stop me because I can't read.
That's right. Joke's on you. I can't read any warnings. Okay, so athletics DC 15. That means we'd be D20 plus 1. $ vote space 2 is investigation. Maybe there's something we missed. And that investigation is DC 13. Do we have... I know we have a tool, but I don't think we have Tinker's tools, or do we? No, I don't think we do. So we can't do that. And we don't have a crowbar, so we can't do the other one. So we have 2 choices, chat. We have to do one of these 2. So either we let a door stop us, athletics DC 15. That's $ vote space 1 for athletics, which would be D20 plus 1 to try to get to 15. Or maybe there's something we missed. That's just a flat D20, no modifier, trying to get to 13. So $ vote space 1 for athletics, $ vote space 2 for investigation, please. It does look amazing. Yeah, let's win a roll here. I know, yeah, seriously. Let's get a roll.
What I really don't like about this book so far is how many robots it makes me draw.
It has
Because,
been making...
boy, I do not enjoy drawing machinery.
You've done some good constructs though, like the one
Thank
that was mining into the side of the wall and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like
A lot
so
of constructs,
hard.
I agree. Well, I will say that the third and final act of this book, which is if and when we get out of this temple, does not have that seems to be more living creatures from what I can tell.
Okay, good.
So we'll be out of the construct world. Okay. Going once here. Going twice. Okay. Investigation it is. All right, Echo. You can do it. I feel good about this, Echo. D20. We're trying to get a 13, no modifier, just a D20. I have confidence. I have faith. How much do you want to bet? I'm not putting any money on a bet. I'm just saying. I got faith. $13. No, see, it worked. See, you doubted yourself and it was not. It was only a DC 13. It was just enough. You take your time searching the infirmary with a more scrupulous attention to detail. You check the sheets, pillows, cabinets, and even under the mattresses, leaving nothing unturned. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? You retrieve a small glass vial that had been forgotten behind the medicine cabinet. Add 1 vial of holy water to your inventory. Hey! Holy water in my bag. Oh! Now we have 2 vials of holy water. 2
vials of holy water.
2 holy water vials. Nothing vile about that. Okay. Good job, Echo. All right, so now, chat, it does give us the option now at this point to get rid of that now. It does give us the option to return to the cellar hall. So, like, let a door stop us. Okay. So, chat, do we want to try breaking down that door using athletics? That's $ vote space 1. Or do we want to return to the cellar hall, which would be letter M on your map? $ vote space 1 to scoff at a door stopping us. $ vote space 2 to return to the cellar hall. I have never tried to break down a door IRL. It is extraordinarily hard to do. Doors are not designed to do that. I have, however, done on a couple of occasions, living way back when I was in college, there was a way to get into, you could use the old credit card trick by pushing a credit card between the lock and the door on the inside of the door frame. And if you had really cheap-ass doors, you could get into rooms that way. Not that there was ever any reason for me to do that, but I'm just saying, like...
Uh-huh.
It's what I read about during my research in college, Tari. Okay?
Okay.
College research. All right, going once.
How much longer are we going? An hour, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yep. An hour.
Because my hand is starting to hurt.
Oh, no. I promise we'll move off of constructs. Soon. All right, that was the Illusion of Gaia OST. Okay, actually how about, now that I think about it, have we done the Phantasy Star OST?
I'm pretty sure, but it was years ago.
All right. Well, let's do that one because that one feels. Unless you have another one you want.
No. Was just thinking like something that has to do with underground.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean the dungeon music of Phantasy Star, I guess. I'm just looking to see. They have a remastered Phantasy Star OST remaster.
Everything you need.
As soon as I get out of these commercials.
A remaster of a remaster?
A remaster.
Also, my drawing glove is like really falling apart. Cheap crap.
Your drawing glove is? Oh, really?
Yeah. It's,
What kind of my daughter has one of those for because she's left-handed and to prevent creating input, I guess, on the screen. But like, what is involved with it? Do you have some super deluxe or not? You said it's cheap.
No,
crap.
I've got like the cheapest one online.
What would you want to have though? I guess is my question.
A thing that doesn't fall apart, seams that like last. I can't fix this. It's just annoying,
I put in the latest soundtrack for this one in Zoom. Okay. Gregory wants to know if you use a Wacom for your illustrations or not.
I do. I like splashed last year. No, the year before. I don't know. A while ago. On a nice Cintiq. Wacom Cintiq.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, which one do I have? Where's the box? This is 16. Wacom Cintiq 16.
Wacom Cintiq 16. Gregory says I have a touchscreen laptop that has an attached stylus. Works quite nice. I have a laptop that is a touchscreen, but it's kind of wasted on me 99% of the time because I don't do that sort of thing on it. I'm, doing normal computer stuff, but occasionally, if I'm trying to
emulating DS games.
Yeah, right, something like that, Okay, so we'd like a door stop us. Great. Athletics DC 15. So yeah, use your best judgment, Tari. If you want to do like one more and then stop, or if you like whatever, you don't.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
Okay, that sounds good.
5 to 10 minutes.
Perfect.
And then I'll.
Perfect.
Just like doing some hand stretches.
Perfect.
Stretching my knuckles. Crunch.
You need an exoskeleton glove, is what you need, so that you can just like, it does all the work, and then. And then your hand will not hurt. It will just be encased in armor. But listen, for your art, we'll use our imagination for a bit. Exactly. Okay, like we'd let a door stop us.
Imagination in my tabletop RPG.
Exactly. In this economy, in these troubled times. Okay.
No, it's not the time of troubles anymore. That's been that was like more than 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah.
We call
get
it.
Get it? Forgotten
now.
Realms joke.
It was good. I like that. I like what you did there. Okay, athletics DC 15. So, all right, Echo, it's DC 20. We're looking at a +1, trying to get to a 15. Let's see if we can blow this door open. I like to think we back up. You throw your weight against the barricaded door, digging your shoes into the dust. Despite your efforts, the door refuses to budge. No luck. I guess I'm not getting in here. Well,
I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we have to return to the cellar hall, chat. So we do so. We return to the cellar hall. So we are back here in letter M. We've already been here once before. So the only other choices for us now are, and I guess I'll just do a two-part one. $ vote space 1 means we go back to the Western Hall. That's letter B. $ vote space 2 means we go to the boiler room, which is N. That's letter N there. So $ vote space 1 means your stomach has begun to revolt. Okay, go get some rest, Echo. Thank you for rolling dice. We'll have someone else step in. $ vote space 1 means that we go back to the Western Hall. $ vote space 2 means we go to the boiler room, which is letter N. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you for stepping in and rolling. And thanks for the work, Echo. So $ vote space 1 is the Western Hall. That's B. $ vote space 2 is the boiler room. That's N. Right, last call here. Last call. We're getting there, chat. We're almost done, I think, with the temple. And if we escape it successfully, then we get outside, and that's the final act is Act 3 here. So
then when I was
we're almost there, and I have faith that we can. I have faith that we can do it. Okay. And the music proves it. You can do it for sure. Okay, close. All right, so we are going to N. We're now in N on your map, and this is apparently the boiler room. Brass-plated tanks interconnected by heated pipelines channeled through a centralized furnace. Your footsteps, softened by the ash-coated floor, leave impressions behind. The furnace's door, cold to the touch, is sealed shut by a thick layer of rust. I literally went down, I just checked the music quickly to make sure. This was from 7 years ago, so pre-Gen AI, thank God. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like, wait a minute. But no, it's fine. Okay, so, welcome back, Tari. Faint, we went into the boiler room, Tari, by the will of chat. Faint at first, but growing in intensity, a clawing, scratching sound resonates from the belly of the furnace. Something has noticed your presence. Bang. 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 That's right, only the best effects here. The faint scraping turns desperate, pounding at the furnace walls, shaking the brass plating with every impact. The sound suddenly stops as quickly as it had started, leaving you in deafening silence once more. All right, chats, the question is, what should we do? We could either get the furnace open, try to get the furnace open.
Gotta be another construct, isn't it?
You think so? That's athletics, which is DC 15. $sign votes please. So that's 1. Perception. So we can hurry and get what we can. That's perception. AC 13. Then we have, hold on a second, possible commercial coming up. It's not good. We have, I'll take a look around. Tools were left behind. That's investigation. And it's investigation DC 13. Or I might be able to pry open with a tool. Sleight of hand. DC 13. Okay. All right, Chad, here are our choices. So $sign vote space 1, get the furnace open with a bit of force. That's athletics, so that would be +1, DC 15, so D20 +1. Hurry and get what we can. Perception we have expertise in, so that would be DC 20 +4. I'll take a look around. Maybe some tools were left behind. That would be investigation. That's a flat roll. That's just DC 20. This is D20, trying to get a 13. Or I might be able to pry open the furnace door with a tool. Now, in terms of ease, like we have +2. We don't have expertise. We have +2 there. So that would be D20 +2 to try to get 13, which would be a sleight of hand. I also don't know whether we want to open the furnace, if I'm being honest. Like, it sounds like we don't want to open it. Like, if something is bashing, trying to get at us. So I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I have no idea, but anyway. So, $sign vote space 1 to try to open the furnace with force. Athletics, DC 15, which means 20 +1. Hurry and get what we can. Perception, DC 13. We have expertise in that, so DC 20 +4. Take a look around. Maybe some tools left behind. That's investigation. DC 13, that's a flat roll, so just DC, just 20. Or I might be able to pry open the furnace door with a tool, which is sleight of hand. That's DC, so that's 20 +2 to try to get to 13. So So get your votes in. We have 2 votes right now for tools. I remember this very well. Cave music. You feeling lucky, Board Game Heaven? Gonna last call that. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Going once. Going twice. Okay. We're going to take a look around. So, Craigery, if you would be so kind, please. DC 20 is just a flat roll. And we're looking to get a 13 if we can. $16. Good roll. Searching beneath the tanks. You notice the many empty rat traps in the dust. Next, you turn your attention to the furnace, noticing something metal laying behind it and something shiny laying next to that. You discover a short sword and a crystal fragment. Hey, let's go! Okay, we got the... So we have the 3 minor crystal fragments we need to restart the construct, so that's good. But also, it is a +1 short sword. Let's see, and there is a proficiency bonus because it's a rogue, so we can use this. So we now have a +1 short sword. Nice. You are good at this, see? This is what I was trying to say. Great, okay. Lovely, well done, everyone. Okay, so now at this, we have done that. Move that up there, thanks to Effect Life's awesome setup in his system. Hang on a second while I get rid of this ridiculous ad. Don't need ads. I've got 2 ads. I don't need either of those ads. Go away, ads. Great. There we go. This is the battle theme. Okay. Right. I'm going to open this now. So, oh, and then we could also depart. So we may have gotten what we need already, chat, but it's up to you. The rest of this is about getting... I guess we have not done the stuff with perception. The perception is the same as investigation, so there's no reason to keep that on the list. So instead... There we go. All right, so the question is... $vote space 1 means we try to get the furnace open with force, athletics. $vote space 2 is try to pry open the furnace door with a tool using sleight of hand. $vote space 3 means we return to the cellar hall. I remind everybody, I haven't looked, but maybe we don't want to open the furnace that has the banging thing trying to get at us. I just am saying. Maybe not. But $vote space 1 is get the furnace open with force. $vote space 2 is open it with a tool. $vote space 3 is return to the cellar hall. So get in your votes, please. All right, chat seems to be, hey, Big Boss. Good to see you, Big Boss. Welcome, welcome. We've added a nope to it. I love it. Okay, last call, last call. So we have got our 3 crystal fragments, Big Boss. We have lit up the western and the Eastern Hall, we just need to light up the Southern Hall. And then, if all goes well, that should get the construct running. And that should allow us to then hopefully get out of the temple and go to the final act of this book. That's the theory, but first we have to see whether it all works out that way. That's just catching you up on what we've been doing today. And we're listening to the Phantasy Star, original Phantasy Star soundtrack, remastered. So, sounds like a plan. All right. Oh, go ahead.
So,
sorry.
I know that you are a big fan of Phantasy Star, right?
I am.
I know nothing about the series. Like zilch.
Okay.
Until I heard you mention it, I had never heard of it before. Can you give me a rundown, a really quick one?
The problem is though, I loved the first one and I have played the fourth one. The problem is that in between those things was about 40 plus years of time. So I don't honestly remember a lot about the lore of it. It is a mashup fantasy science fiction thing. I can say that for sure. There are both like robotic creatures and insect creatures on a planet which has been abandoned by the gods, some people believe, and others, say that it's just being invaded by an evil force. But after I get past that, my lore knowledge fades because I literally was playing this when I was 12.
Is this a JRPG or what is this?
It is, yeah. It's a JRPG, yes. And it came out originally for the Sega Master System. So it was originally a Sega-based game.
That's why I wouldn't have heard of it.
Yeah.
I see.
I played it on the Sega Master System, and I love the original Phantasy Star. It had, its dungeon stuff was very, 3D, going through from your perspective, which at the time was pretty awesome in the mid-'80s or whatever. And then the overworld map was the classic overworld, top-down perspective on your characters. So it was kind of like Sega's answer, I guess, to Final Fantasy. And it became very popular in its own right. And that's why the Alligator Alley folks doing the Phantasy Star tabletop role-playing game has done very well for them. And I never played Phantasy Star Online. I played multiple times Phantasy Star 1. I played a little bit of Phantasy Star 2, but don't remember any about it. And I played on stream a few years back Phantasy Star 4, which I may come back to at some point. So that is my knowledge of Phantasy Star. Also, there was a cool spelling of fantasy. So there's also that. PH, as they say.
Amen.
Okay, never mind Wealthfront advertisement garbage. Okay, great. Okay, so we are returning to the Cellar Hall, and since the only thing we can do in the Cellar Hall that we haven't done already is go back to the Western Hall, we will do that because we haven't done anything else, or we've done everything else. We also, now that we've gotten back to the Western Hall, have done everything in the Western Hall, so it's very much going to the Southern Hall because we've done everything else on all these places. So now that we are back in the Southern Hall, the only thing we have not done, besides go on to the Eastern Hall, is get the light redirected. So, Craigery, we're going to do this sleight of hand here. We are now in, if you look at your map, we are now in part F of the map, and the Western and the Eastern Halls are both lit, but we need to light the Southern Hall. So we have something shiny, and we have light from the Western Hall now, so using that light, we can redirect it. So, Craigery, if you would be so kind as to do a sleight of hand check for us, that would be lovely. So D20 plus 4 is what we're looking at. Yep, that is just enough. So we are able to, using that, use a piece of the copper wire to bind a shiny item to the hay hook. Now, it doesn't say this, but I would assume that means the Forge Master's brooch is now used up because we had to do that to set it. So the bright path is now active in the Southern Hall. Good work. Good job. Just enough. All right. So now we go to the Eastern Hall because we have, again, done everything else here. We've been very thorough, very completionist this time around, everyone. Okay. So, the bright path is active in the Eastern Hall. We have once again done everything there is to do there. So, let's see. That brings us on to... We've already been in the Forge Master's Workshop, so we can't do that. So, the Eastern Hall... The only thing left to do, basically, is to go back to where the construct was. So, I'm sorry to railroad everybody, but we've done everything else, so I'm just sort of moving us along because we've already done everything. Okay. So 2K is the chapel. And then from the chapel, we have the fallen column to the nave. Okay. So this brings us to the nave, which is L at the top of that room, back to where the defender was destroyed. So we have a temple defender. Now, again, the construct, which Tari previously showed on here, is frozen mid-strike and has been significantly modified. There it is. Yep. That one is just sort of standing there. But now we have what is necessary. We have a completed bright path. And in addition to that, we have got our 3 crystal things. So when we put the crystal things back in to this item, into the whatchamacallit, into the unit. All right, where's this thing? Oh wait, did I skip a step? Where's the repaired chapel defender thing that I need? Because we have the 3 crystal fragments. Oh, I see. It was in a different spot. 2Q is the temple defender. Okay. Right. So we go back to that. We have 3 minor crystal fire. Okay, good. I was like, what? I know I saw this. All right. Tari flexing those drawing muscles like it's the muscles they use. You clear away the remaining pieces of broken crystal from the core, tossing them to the ground. Each minor crystal fragment clicks into place. The temple defender's systems begin to hum, radiating with arcane energy. As the construct's head lifts to attention, you quickly obscure your light source from its view. You wait for something to go wrong, but 1 minute turns to 5 as the construct continues to stand at the ready. I did it! I did it! An uncontrollable smile spreads across your face as a realization dawns on you. I'm going home. Add the repaired temple defender to your notes. All right, so he's repaired, but he's overworked, but he's also repaired. So we now have a construct, which is a temple defender. And now we can go back to the nave with the inventive escape. You take cover behind the fallen column, watching as the temple defender's core flickers to life, illuminating the nave in green light. The inner mechanisms stutter and shriek. The construct's head swivels towards the light source, crushing the fallen masonry beneath its mining implements. Sunlight bursts into the nave. The temple defender charges out of the temple's shadow, swinging its arms erratically. You may proceed to Act 3. Aha! We did it. Called it. All right. We got out of the temple and out of construct land. I'm sure Tari will be happy to hear. Okay.
Yes.
And we have a new map, too. So, let me get that new map here. This is the final act, chat. It's the final act. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna
Smart
open
founders
this
know
up.
something most people miss. Get your domain name, even if
don't care about your ad. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's move down here till we get to the map, so I can draw that and then put it up.
You are going to draw the map?
I mean, copy and paste the map. That's what I actually meant. It's clearly what I meant.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God! What the heck?
Rick,
Scroll
language.
down. What the diddly do? Okay.
Okay, Flanders.
Do. All right, save as. All right, and we're going to move this up here. All right, and Act 3, the breach map. All right, So now that I've done that, I can go into here and I can switch our map over. There we are. All right, let's take a look, chat. For just a moment, you can see it. There is our map, and we start, according to this, at letter A, which is the other side of the temple. So that's what we've got, is letter A. Act 3 is called The Breach, but it begins with fleeting memories. So, fleeting memories. Oh yeah, I love this music, the final dungeon music. You remember hearing shouting and laughing coming from the kitchen in Lord Barrett's manor. The whole thing was beset by pixies drinking and fighting and playing music. Looking into the pantry, you saw Paladin Hammerfell, Lord Barrett, and Tinker Erland all tied up and gagged in the larder. You dodged out of the way of two pixies caught in a fistfight. Cutlery floated through the air past you. At the center of the chaotic whirlwind was Amaranth, in the midst of a drinking contest with the rowdy pixies. You noticed her sleight of hand pouring her teacup of liquor into the carpet. Somehow, her opponents never noticed. One by one, the pixies fell unconscious until there was no one left to play against her. She gently collected them up together, placing them in an empty potato sack. You help Amaranth free the other from the pantry. I really wish you wouldn't encourage them, Barrett said. Amaranth shrugged. They're a nice enough bunch of folks once you get to know them. Besides, it's nice to host every now and again. You walked with Amaranth to the edge of the grounds, carrying the potato sack full of pixies. She opened it, leaving it in the shade of a tree. Right, I'll see you folks next week, Old Knott's Grove. You heard the drunken slurs of the pixies agreeing to plans that would most certainly be forgotten. Those are memories from the past, in case you're like, who's Amaranth? Well, Tari had a drawing. This was our Annotate's beloved, let us say. In case you're like, who is Amaranth? That's Amaranth, see? Who would not, I ask all of you, who would not knock out a paladin and play with some drunk pixies for the benefit of Amaranth, right?
I just realized I've been drawing her, well, not Amaranth, but Anne's sleeve wrong.
Oh.
Cuff, yes.
In the later ones, you mean? Well, she could have had like
today.
a uniform, though. Like, oh, just today. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we are at A, chat. You take your first step out from the temple's shadow. The afternoon's heat greets you, rushing towards you like an old friend, pulling you into an embrace. You fall to your knees in a warm patch of grass and wildflowers, drinking in the sun's rays. It takes a few minutes for your eyes to adjust to the light. A single thrush darts across the bright blue sky, carrying a few glinting golden fibers in its beak. The temple grounds have been torn to shreds, littered with the remains of fallen gnomish clerics. Their flesh has been picked away by birds. You do feel a slight sense of relief looking across the gore-ridden grass, not recognizing any of the fallen. A cobbled road runs across the temple grounds towards the horizon. Jagged mountains peek out from behind a dense cloud of fog near the edge of the valley. A faint green light radiates from within it. Wind rushes down the mountain, carrying fallen flower petals up into the sky, but the fog cloud remains unaffected by the breeze. Looking to your left, you see a natural rock shelter, shielding a path of carved stone steps from the sun. Echoes of a waterfall carry across the stone. The wind swells, this time coming from terraced fields of grains to your right. Steps cut into the dirt lead up to a weathered barn at the top. You swear you hear the faint clucking of a hen. Suddenly, the temple defender charges across the temple grounds, swinging wildly at the afternoon sun. Where are you going? Come back! You watch as the construct stumbles further down the sloped path, disappearing into the rolling fog. Okay, now it says if you obtained the amulet. I don't remember hearing about an amulet. I don't remember seeing an amulet in our notes. So I don't think that we got the amulet.
Isn't the holy symbol an amulet?
No, it's different.
No.
It literally, because it has it all capitalized, like for amulet. So I don't think so. Let me just double check quickly and see what it says under amulet, but I don't think so. Yeah, no, hanging around your neck. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. Okay, right. Okay, so our choices are, chat. We can either wonder if there's anything useful in the rubble. And that's investigation. DC 13. We could do a nature check. Which is to notice the lovely flowers. And that is nature. DC 13. Question mark. We could look around. Whoops. Look around before making any decisions. And that's perception. DC 13. Or that thing might still be around here. So that is stealth DC 13. So as I read this, basically it's look for something in the rubble. That's investigation. That would be just a flat roll, D20 trying to get to 13. What lovely flowers, that's nature. No, we're not proficient in that, so that would just be a wisdom check. So that would be D20 plus 1, trying to get to 13. Look around before making any decisions. That's perception. We have expertise in that, so that would be D20 plus 4 to get to that. Or that thing might still be around here. We have disadvantage on stealth checks, remember, thanks to the Tari rule. So that would be plus 2, but we'd be doing it at disadvantage, trying to hide, I think. So $ vote space 1 if you want to look for something in the rubble, the investigation. $ vote space 2 if you want to think about the flowers. That's a nature check, just straight wisdom. Look around before making any decisions. That's perception. That's probably our best statistical thing. $ vote space 3. Or that thing might still be around here. $ vote space 4 as we try to hide with what used to be pom bombs but are now clearly bells. So get your votes in. That was the game over music. Okay. All right. Last one, which we're not going to get through, but the last one of the day. I found this, and I have to do this one because Dragon Spear, I hope you're still here. Because what I have found here, sir, is I have found a Microprose PC CD-ROM game soundtrack. And the soundtrack is for the game Dragon Sphere. So, and I just put it in Zoom for Tari for when Fantasy Star's over. The Dragon Sphere OST in honor of Dragon Spear. We got some MIDI going on here.
Would load.
Never heard of Dragon Sphere. I'm going to put a little note, like, what is this game? It's the Dragon Sphere soundtrack. It's an old point-and-click adventure game. Is it really? I've never heard of it.
I have also never heard of it, and I'm a bit of a point-and-click adventure aficionado.
Yes. A connoisseur, if you will.
Yes.
But Dragon Sphere, Travel to a Land of the Fantastic, Microprose. 1994 MS-DOS adventure game. Never heard of that. Wild.
Well, you see, MS-DOS is an old operating system.
Yes, thank you. I know nothing of it. You confront the sorcerer. What is this? I'm going to have to look this up. This is very cool. I don't know anything about it. You've heard of this, Big Boss? It's a cult classic? Never heard of it. All right, chat. We are tied up at the moment. 1 vote each for wonder if there's anything useful in the rubble investigation or look around before making any decisions perception. So we need another vote to break this tie. $ vote space 1 for investigation, 2 for perception. All right, going once.
I'm like out of ideas of things to draw.
Going twice. There's nothing very exciting that happened in the book at this very moment that we're talking about right now. So hopefully this next step will get to one. Okay, let's see. Look around before making decisions. Close. Okay. Perception. Right. Craigery, if you could please roll a d20 plus 4 for me, please. We will see if we find something. 18. All right, that'll definitely do it. You take a moment to gather your thoughts, looking at each possible direction logically. The road will most likely lead you back to some sort of town of civilization. You are wary of the dangers lurking in the fog. You could always look for a way out through the terraced fields, but the path may be treacherous through the mountains. The rock shelf looks like the safest choice, but does not seem to lead too far from the temple grounds. You cannot help but think of your friends. I hope Lord Barrett and the others have made it out all right. Okay, so again, road back to town or civilization, but it leads through the fog, which might be dangerous. The terraced fields are possible, but then you'd have to go through the mountains, and that might also be dangerous. Or you could go to, the terraced fields. The rock shelf looks like the safest choice, but doesn't seem to lead too far from the temple grounds. So, given that that's the case, let's figure out where so we can get Tari one last good subject for drawing.
So,
oh, go ahead.
What I'm not understanding is, are we still underground now?
No, we are outside now. We're outside the temple. Because remember, we can't... Yeah, go ahead.
But I thought the temple was underground.
That's right, but the temple led from the cave through the temple. I guess there's a tunnel from the leading out from the temple. I guess. I believe must be what it was. Because I know they came to the temple because they heard about the gnomes and they were worried about what happened to them, and they had a good reason to be worried, apparently. And
so instead of being in the Underdark, this was just a regular dungeon. I guess,
and I guess we got thrown into a cave after we were knocked out, trying to fight for these people. Is my guess. So, all right, 1 second while I get through these stupid ads.
It's giving Mithraeum. If you know what that is.
Say that again.
It's giving Mithraeum. I don't know how it's pronounced in English. Mithraeum, I guess.
Mithraeum. I don't know that I know the reference.
It's used to be like a secret cult, a secret religion back during the late ancient period.
Really?
And we know very little about it, except for that we find these temples everywhere.
Oh wow!
In the what used to be the Roman Empire, and they are always underground.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had not heard that before. That's very cool.
It's like actually my main takeaway when I watched Blade 2 was
Blade
that like
2?
Blade 2, if y'all remember that movie.
Yeah.
Is that there is like this whole scene where they're underground in like a sewer, where they're having this like extended fight scene.
Okay.
What like really struck me is that there is a Mithras mural on the wall of the
Interesting.
sewer, which makes no sense because the Romans never made it to Prague, where the movie takes place.
You would that seems like the kind of thing I would see like in an Assassin's Creed game that would like and be like, oh, this must be something, and it's like it knows just enough about history to be dangerous, you know, like it's like
it's
that
also
existed,
never
but...
addressed. Like I just
course.
noticed this as part of the set dressing.
That's funny.
But yeah, that was the main thing that struck me with that movie. That really out of place Mithras mural in the middle of a sewer.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So you're saying it's not pragmatic. Big boss, I see what you did there. Okay, so chat. $sign vote space 1 means we walk along the cobbled road that is bringing us into the fog. $sign vote space 2 means we follow the rock shelter to the waterfall. The rock shelf, I think is what they mean, not the rock shelter. Editors, people, please. And then 3, take the worn mountain footpath towards the fields. And that's the one that might be dangerous because it's in the mountains, but it's not through the fog. So $sign vote space 1, cobbled road. 2, rock shelf to the waterfall. 3, take the worn mountain footpath towards the fields. Please get your votes in. Mithraism was a secretive Roman mystery religion centered on the god Mithras, popular from the first. Yeah, I don't know. That, you know what's interesting too is that 1st to 4th century CE. Okay, so I was thinking about how much time I spent learning about different aspects of Rome when I was playing Expeditions Rome, which was my second game of the year last year, my runner-up for game of the year. And all I could think of is Mithridates, which is not the same guy at all.
Well, like most like Roman antiquity media takes place around the year 0 or before that, right?
Right. So I wouldn't. Yeah.
So it wouldn't contain Mithraism.
It is fascinating. I've been reading this book, Inventing the Renaissance, by Ada Palmer, that gives all this information about it, and learning about what was left of Rome for centuries afterwards, where it's basically just this hollowed out city with 10, 11,000 people living in an area that was built to contain 15, 20 times that number for a long, long time. And the experience of walking into it, because it was still kind of like the center of a major religious center, but people didn't live there nearly as much anymore. So it's this strange, like, walking through history type of effect, I guess, when you went there at a certain time. It was interesting.
Reminds me of like that one time when, like, oh god, a long, long time ago, I had a friend from Australia visit, and I showed him around Cologne.
Okay.
And he just like stopped at every corner because there was like some, like, either a Roman ruin or a medieval ruin, just standing there in the middle of all the...
Yeah.
And he couldn't process it, and I'm like, why are you stopping all the time?
It's wild though. It's I told you this. This is like, and not just Rome, honestly, Tari. I told you, when I was in Germany and I was in the basement of this tavern in that was literally called Hell, and I want to say it was in Heidelberg. I don't know if that's true though. And it was like 1,200 years old, and this waitress comes into this 1,200-year-old basement, and she's bringing us like a can of Sprite, and I was just kind of like, "Do you realize what you're doing?" Like, everyone's like, "What? You're just?" I'm like, I don't here. Like, as an American, I'm like, I can't even fathom that you're just walking around in history, no big deal, whatever, like, it's fine, you know. It blew my mind. So I totally understand that feeling of the guy stopping and looking at all the ruins all the time.
Yeah, but like, I grew up, I say there, I guess, because I moved. But, yeah, it's just...
You don't, right, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't occur to you, right? It's just like you're like, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's cool, and I like looking at it, but it's not like, I don't know, too noteworthy, I guess.
Don't you get my bitterness started about the fact that, like, especially in UK and Wales, because one of my dreams is to get a chance to play D&D in a castle sometime, like, or run a game there, and everyone just being like, oh yeah, you could do that anywhere. I have like 15 castles within 5 miles of me. I'm like, shut up. All right.
Oh, my old LARP group, we used to rent out an old castle every year.
Of course you did.
A game.
It was like $3, right? And, you know.
I mean, yeah, basically.
God damn it.
Really cheap.
Whatever.
You don't understand my home region. There's so many fucking castles. You can just buy one. It's like they're super cheap to buy.
You're
but
not
like,
helping.
But the upkeep is so fucking expensive.
I don't want to hear about the upkeep. You get to buy a castle. I have to go to what am I going to be like? Oh, I could go to a McDonald's. Like, I freaking.
Oh, we have those also.
All right, that's our show. No, I'm just kidding.
What I'm saying here is, hey, you can just come over and I can like hook you up with like a castle situation.
With a castle situation. Even in the Netherlands, though, there's not as many castles are there.
No, we don't have many castles in the Netherlands.
See?
Because swamp. Everybody watched
from the Monty Python.
We
built the third one, and that fell down. Was the third one that stayed up? That one fell to the swamp. Oh my god. $3 for a castle. Why not be a little more frugal? Like, I told you this, Big Boss. I think I mentioned this before, that when I was in, and then we'll continue with the vote. But I was when I was in Greece, when I went to Athens, and I was sitting in the Theater of Dionysus on the Acropolis, and I was looking down at this stage, and I'm like, first of all, I don't think I should be allowed to be sitting on the Theater of Dionysus this way. Probably it's not great for preserving it forever, but it was amazing, obviously. And I taught at the time Oedipus Rex, which was first performed on the stage I was looking at 1,500 years, 2,000 years hence or whatever.
That was about 1500 is seems like
probably like
lowballing
2,000 plus, yeah. Like 2,500 years ago, and I was like, I just ghosts, and I'm like, and everyone's there, and they're like, modern clothing and jeans and whatever, and I'm like, it was marvelous. I mean, it was pretty wild to see it. So, okay. So let us close this. We are going to walk along the cobbled road. Chad has said, forget the fog. We've seen, what is it called? The Happening? Or was it just called The Fog? What's that one where there's like the Stephen King one where there's just like things grab you from the fog? Anyway, it's that one.
I do not know horror movie stuff or book stuff.
Oh, that's true. That's true. The Mist.
Not
that's right.
genre.
It's called The Mist. That's right. So you're just going to walk in there. Beads of sweat pool in the small of your back. So we're in B now. Soaking through your clothes. Anytime your pack shifts, you're reminded of the damp, clinging fabric against your back. A breeze drifts across the grounds, carrying the scent of wildflowers and rotting flesh. Blighted earth. The ground is poisoned where the fallen clerics lay. The plants have withered around their exposed black viscera. The rest of the flora, in an act of self-preservation, curled itself away from the blight, creating a turbulent, swirling pattern throughout the grass. The wind swells once more, carrying the stench of death with it. You look beyond the temple grounds to the rolling fog ahead of you. There's an old text adventure game in the mist. Is there really? That's cool. The fog cloud
That's like one
holds
of the most is one oh no, sorry, I was thinking of a different game. I was thinking of Mist.
Oh, not
text adventure
MYST. No, I know about that. No,
yeah.
text adventure MIST. I'd never heard of the text one. The fog cloud holds its shape unaffected by the wind and summer heat. From this distance, you can see wisps of fog suspended in the air. You look at the mountain stream next, following its path along the sheer valley wall until it becomes obscured by the rolling fog. You turn next to the terraced fields. A wooden fence guards the edge of the fields, a few 100-foot drop down into the river below. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so here are the choices. So we can
we?
We can. All right, so there are. We can gather equipment from the clerics. The quote is, "I'm sorry, but I need your equipment more than you do right now." That is investigation. DC 13. We can do a medicine check to see what kind of wounds the creature could inflict. And that's medicine, DC 13, which would be wisdom in our case. It's also not what sortie. There we go. Okay. I should make sure I'm alone, which is perception, DC 13. Somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Whoa. All right, I'm sure Tari knows that song.
Yes, I do.
Stealth, DC 13. Or survival, or let's see. I'll determine the safest path to take from here. That's survival, DC 13. All right, so a lot of choices. Now, the equipment, more than you do, investigation DC 13, that's a flat D20 roll trying to get 13. We don't have medicine proficient, but we can just do a wisdom check, so that'd be +1. DC 20 +1, trying to get to 13. I should make sure I'm alone. Perception is a +4 for us, so that's D20 +4, trying to get to a 13. I should make sure I'm alone. I feel like something's watching right now. That is a stealth check. Again, that would be D20 +2. However, we would have to do it at disadvantage because jingle, jingle bells. And last of all, I'll determine the safest path to take from here is survival. We don't have the benefit of proficiency in that, so that would just be wisdom, which would again be +1 trying to get to 13. So $ vote space 1, equipment, that's a flat investigation roll, 20 trying to get to 13. What sort of wounds can the creatures inflict? That's medicine, that's +1 trying to get to 13. Perception is +4 trying to get to 13. Stealth is +2, but it's a disadvantage. And then determining the safest path to take from here is also wisdom, that's +1, trying to get to 13. So get your votes in now, chat. Somebody's watching me and I got no privacy should be the theme song to the internet in 2026. Yeah, it's true. True enough, Big Boss.
Yeah.
My God, it's Google.
The boyfriend and I were watching the new Pokemon season earlier.
Oh, yeah?
And like the episode we watched basically just had one of the gym leaders just giving her complete access to all of the security cameras across town so that she could, make killer content to post online.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't really explore that or question.
What do you mean?
that
Pokemon
setup.
is famous for its deep exploration of themes that it brings
was,
up.
Yeah.
Did someone at least go, give me that, I'm Team Rocket? Was there any...
Oh,
was
no,
there any of
Team
that?
Rocket isn't in the series.
What? Team Rocket
mean?
is not in Pokemon?
Well, not in this series.
Oh.
Like they did like a whole new series. Like basically everything Ash Ketchum related
Yeah.
stopped like a few years ago.
Oh, it's like the
including all
Star
Team
Wars
Rocket
sequel
stuff.
trilogy, except that they did actually not bring Ash Ketchum back in the end.
Well, and now it's just like a complete new cast of characters. Like
see.
except for like gym leaders and stuff, like those
Yeah.
will show up. But like aside from that, it's a whole new cast of characters.
Wow. Okay. All right. Bold. Did not realize. Okay, chat.
You need to remember, like this anime has been going since the 90s.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So it was about time for
My
some,
knowledge of it is
shakeup.
almost exclusively from watching people do Kaizo playthroughs of Iron Man Pokemon, so I don't know a whole lot about the lore, to be honest. Well, and the fact that there are Pikachu, I Choose You, and Gotta Catch 'em All memes and stuff like that. Okay, last call. Going once, going twice. All right. We're going to do a medicine check. All right, so Gregory, if you would, this is going to be a D20 +1. We're trying to get to 13 if we can on this. All right. Oh, we got an 18. Oh. Your stomach churns as you examine the bodies. Many are missing their heads, bitten off in one clean snap. Others have been torn open by large claws. Most seem to have died suddenly, clawing at their throats in their last moments of terror. Okay, well, I guess we know that it wasn't internal injuries then. Some big beast that tears things to shreds. Okay. So. Alright, so if we turn back here.
Is the beast single or?
Is the beast signal? Maybe the beast. Also, maybe it's misunderstood. We don't really know. Okay. Right. So here are the options, chat. Equipment, perception, stealth, or well, actually, it doesn't even give me that choice. Turn to the temple. Yeah, I could. So, stream, grounds, or fog. Okay. Walk towards the stream. Which is C on your map. This is good music for this, actually. Cut across the grounds, which is F. That's towards the fields. Or enter the fog, which is H. All right. What's it going to be, chat? $ vote space 1 means I need your equipment more than you do. That is, again, investigation. Make sure I'm alone. That's perception. Feel like something's watching right now is stealth. Determine the safest path to take from here is survival. Or walk toward the stream. cut across the grounds, or enter the fog. So $ vote space 1 for equipment, 2 for checking if you're alone, 3 for if you're watching, do the stealth check, 4 determine the safest path to take from here, 5 walk towards the stream, 6 cut across the grounds, 7 enter the fog. And as a programming note, this illustration that Tari is doing will be the last one for today, and this will be one of the last votes we do too. You might do one more depending on what you choose, one more vote, but otherwise close to the last vote. Kind of digging this music. I need to look up this game. Hey, what's up, Tilted? Clearing weeds outside. Oh, what a delight. We'll be lurking. Well, it's good to see you, man. I hope all's well. You all should be following Tilted. He is doing an entertaining Fire Emblem playthrough and also plays D&D with us. Is going to be playing with us tomorrow night, and also Curse of Strahd as well. Right, Craigery? I was thinking. Okay, last call. I do need someone to break this tie. So $vote space 1 equipment, 2 make sure you're alone. Think you're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Okay. 3 watching right now, 4 safest path, 5 walk towards the stream, 6 cut across ground, 7 enter the fog. Good morning, Wenchkin. How have you been? Good to see you, Wenchkin. I was just thinking about you the other day. How's everything on your side of the world, sir? And hey, what's up, you Christians? Good to see everybody. Well, we're going to be on for about another 9 to 10 minutes, but we're close. This is the last illustration Tari's doing, and it's going to be one of our last votes of the day.
Last illustration forever.
No. Last illustration
Forever.
only of today. Tari, of course, has thousands more illustrations in her future. But
Forever.
she's like, I've decided to retire from all drawing now. So.
I'm gonna stop doing drawing and gonna go into professional baseball.
Yeah, very big switch. But you know, or actually no, a very logical segue. You know, you've learned to do this stuff. Huge changes. You've been all over the place there. Huge changes are afoot. Are they, Wenchkin? No kidding. I hope they're good changes. Good.
I just had a terrible memory come back when I accidentally threw a baseball bat at one of my classmates' heads when I was a kid.
What? Wow.
So we were doing indoor baseball during gym class.
Okay.
And you know you're supposed to drop the bat, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm aware.
And I like threw it behind me, not realizing that there were people standing behind me, and just like hit one of my classmates. He was fine, and also he was an asshole, so he deserved it. But
wow.
You know.
Do not come within 50 feet of Tari when at bat is basically what I'm hearing here.
Yes.
Would avoid doing that. Oh man. Well, we used to do hockey, like floor hockey in gym, and a lot of time. And how many times we heard from gym teachers like, "Keep the puck on the floor, or keep the ball on the floor," because everyone would like lift the ball, so the ball is like flying through the air, and they're like, "Keep it on the ground." So, selling your house, moving to the other side of the country, going to a small outback town of 200 people. Holy crap, that is big! Wow, huge changes is right. Are you looking forward?
A small house.
A small house. Well, no,
small town.
Small outback town. Yeah, it's a massive house, right? It's like the whole. How Wenchkin, are you looking forward to it, or like what are your feelings about it, man? Gonna finally start that heraldry podcast. Big Boss says exactly.
Yeah.
And it's got like a listenership of 5, but they're the most dedicated 5 people of all time.
I tell you, if I would do that, I would easily have like 10 listeners.
Double that number. There are dozens of us. Dozens.
You get it.
That's funny. Oh God. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because I play progressive rock. I know. I very much know the dedicated but tiny crew. Okay, I've determined the safest plan. Gregory, we're looking at a D20 plus 1. If you could roll that, please. That's what survival will be. And we're looking for... Actually, wait. You can reroll. You're going to reroll that in a second. Because I want to double check. Because I all of a sudden don't remember if survival is based off wisdom or off of con. That is wisdom. I was right. All right. Well, then, never mind. So, let's see. Looking from the stream to the terraced fields, you feel that following the cobble road would be your best chance of escape. So the survival claim goes. All right. So, chat, now the question is, which way do we go? So, do we walk toward the stream? That would bring us to letter C on your map. Do we cut across the grounds? That would lead us to F on our map. Or do we enter the fog, which is H? Yeah, Winchkin. Yeah. I don't, and I think, I believe you admit, and I know what you'd been going through before that, dealing with the child, and like, oh God, I can only imagine. Centevine's is my daughter's 18th today, so I can only imagine, and it's understandable. Getting away and having a major change of scenery is going to be significant, and I hope it allows you to sort of, nothing makes up for any of it. Yeah, thank you. Nothing makes up for any of it, but time does not eliminate loss, but it smooths over the edges in my experience, and it means that what you might be left with are the warmer memories and not the awful losses. And to do that, you need peace and time is the only way to do that. Drives me up a wall when people are kind of like, all right, well, you're going to mourn, and then 2 weeks later you're good. Like, no, it's not how it works. Mourning is erratic and takes a while. And if you avoid it, if you are like, I'm fine, you're not fine, and it's going to come back to bite you, so you have to process it. So, yeah, my very best to you, Winchkin, about that. And I hope we'll see you on here just for community reasons, you know. So, yeah. Okay, where was I? Yes, we were going to do this. All right, chat, this will be our last vote of the day. We walk towards the stream, we cut across the grounds, or we enter the fog. You just held it in most of last year, and that didn't work out well. Yeah. That's because what happens is, so chat, just so I can have you folks voting while we chat. $sign vote space 1, walk towards the stream. $sign vote space 2 is cut across the grounds. Thank you, Effect Life. I will pass that along. $sign vote space 3, enter the fog. And Effect Life is met Little Arv, actually. Yeah, she's 18 today. Yeah, the whole thing about holding it in.
You say Little Arv, but she's actually really tall.
When I first named her, she was 4. I mean, you know, on stream, I mean. I was referring to her when she was 4, but yeah, she's 18 now. She's about 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". She's right around there, and I think she's my son, you know, is gonna pass her because he's like zooping up fast. But yeah,
she's like almost my height, right?
No, she's not as tall as you. No, you're taller than she is.
No, well, but she's not much shorter than me.
How tall are you?
Almost 180, so that's like 5'10", 5'11".
No, she's a few inches shorter than you. I mean, she might get another inch or two, but not a lot more. I think she's, you know, pretty much going to end up where she's at now, which bothers her because she was like, she thought that she was going to get my genes because I'm, you know, as you know, like 6'2.5", and my son, I think, is going to get those, but she's going to be more like my wife, who's 5'7", basically 5'6.5". So.
Well, she should be glad because buying clothes at this size is not fun.
Yes, exactly. That I have literally told her that. Yes, that's true. Yeah, 18 today. But Craig, the thing I wanted to say, Wenchkin, was when you try to hold that stuff down, the deal is you'll be surrounded by vineyards. That's awesome. Like, no, I know. I've talked about her mainstream too. Being tall sucks. It doesn't have to excel. I kind of like being tall, to be honest. It sucks
well, it
when
has
you're
like some good things, some bad things, you know.
Because bottom cabinets suck excel, but top cabinets are your grounds. Like, that's right. The problem is when you're too tall. Like the basketball player, I would not want to be like 6'9". You know, these guys who have to like duck into like bang their heads against walls all the time, ceilings all the time, and everything. I'm not about that life. I like being tall, but not too tall.
Oh, you know, mean like my brothers.
Right? Yeah. How
well,
your
like,
brother? Yeah. Mid 6 feet.
About
right?
2 meters each. So I don't know how much that is.
So like Craigery is 6'5". See, so that's what I'm talking about. See, so Craigery's got 3 inches on me. I'm about right at 6'3", like right under 6'3". So basically got 2 inches on me. But the thing I wanted to say, Winchkin, is that, as you know, like when you're holding it down, it comes out somewhere. It's like making a peanut butter and jam sandwich or something, and then pushing down on the bread. The peanut butter and jam doesn't just stay there, it squeezes out of the edges, right? Like, and that's what happens emotionally, is this stuff comes out. You need to process it. And you can, like, human beings are resilient, they can process it, but they need to have the time to do it. And the understanding of accepting it instead of doing what too many men, frankly, have done for much of their lives, leading up to really, I mean, I don't want to say, like, we're not even over it now.
I was about,
not even now.
Still
but at
happening.
least there's less of a stigma than there was. But there's still, I've cried multiple times on stream. I have cried in front of my kids multiple times because I'm a human being, and sometimes things are sad, and sometimes you cry because things are really happy. Like and the idea that you want to avoid that out of nonsense machismo is horrifically destructive. And currently, the political situation we're in is partly related to exactly that. It's related to an unwillingness for men in particular to deal with and express emotions, and an unwillingness for people around them to allow them and give them time to process emotions, instead of being like Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, cries after the game because he felt like it was on him and that he lost it, right? Do you know there were people that were actually like, that guy's being soft? Are you joking me? You're being soft because he feels like he let his team down? Get the frick out of here, man. Like, that is so destructive and nonsensical and dangerous for us. We have to be better about expressing emotions and about calling it out. I'm sending this out to all of you. This is I'm preaching to the choir. But all the men that are watching this right now, all of you who identify as men in this chat, it is up to us that when we see people doing that to friends of ours, like sort of like, oh, come on, man, what did you, don't cry. Don't do that. You got to call them out and be like, it's perfectly fine for them to cry. You're the problem. Back off. I mean, the only emotion men are allowed to express
right?
is, well, like, of course, but the only emotion that men are allowed to express that seems legitimate is anger. And that's gotten us to where we are, instead of sadness, love, care, compassion, kindness, etc.
To be sarcastic all the time because can't show emotions.
Exactly. Oh, God, I hate that so much. Yeah, the cynical I'm cooler than you good bullshit. I'm so happy that Gen Z and Gen Alpha, by studies, are like, have rejected wildly this sort of cynical stuff. Like, thank God. Jesus, is that destructive. Okay. So we are going to walk towards the stream. I'm going to read this, and then this will be it. We're not going to do any vote for this. A waterfall cuts through the mountain ridge, cascading down into the stream below. The only crossing, an old wooden bridge, has collapsed. Jagged moss-covered stones fill the stream bed, making any attempt to cross a treacherous endeavor. The bridge had been carved from a contorted white-barked tree. Budding twigs of yellow leaves have sprung from its crumbling stone foundation. On the other side of the stream is a winding, narrow path climbing up the valley wall towards a cavern entrance at the top. You can faintly hear the sound of a hammer striking metal over the burbling stream, which seems to originate from somewhere inside the cave. So when we next start, chat, we will be figuring out how to get across the bridge and find out what mystery awaits us. Our save point is going to be 3C, and we are in the final act. I'm still mourning my dad, June 2024. I've been composed, but I break down at times. Christensen, I get that. I lost my father back in 1998 to a car accident, and it still sticks with me because there were a lot of loose ends. It wasn't just his loss. There were all these loose ends that were left over. Or my mother, who I've now, God, it's going to be 17 years this year since she passed away. So that stuff does not go away. And the loss of friends, my oldest friend, Ewan, who died from bone cancer a few years ago, like Tari's dealt with a great deal of loss in her life too. I'm sure she would agree. I won't speak for her, but
oh yeah, definitely.
This is like, you have to be willing to accept the roughness and rawness of emotions, which, by the way, is another reason out of 6 quadrillion others why Gen AI is so destructive, because it tries to sand off the edges of emotions which have their effect because they're not smooth, right? Like because they're not easy. Like you give a damn about characters because they're complicated, not because they're machines. Like Tari's art is beautiful art in part because it's so expressive. If it was like perfectly every angle is just, then you end up with something that feels sterile and machine-like and not human. So never be ashamed of that, Christensen. Like loss is something which has to be processed over time. And so really important.
I think like one thing I want to add to that.
Please do.
Is,
Please do.
So like my parents died back in the 90s, right? So like, and I can just like, this shit doesn't go away, Like, yeah, it becomes easier and it becomes less present, but like there will always be times where the shit comes back, and like always with the most unexpected situations, right?
Yeah.
And it just sucks, It like really sucks, but like on the other hand, I also like feel like it gave me more empathy towards like this kind of shit.
Absolutely.
Though yeah, it's like difficult to put into words, but like don't like push it down,
Can't. It's gonna come out
good,
somehow.
Good to feel stuff, even if it feels like shit in the moment. It's like often like a bittersweet feeling that can come out of it.
The way that my therapist has described it, which I think is very interesting, is that it's like you're climbing a spiral staircase, and the event, the shitty thing that happened, things plural, is at the bottom of the staircase. And every time, if you've ever walked up a spiral staircase, whenever you pass over the spot where the chest was found, every time you pass over it, you feel it, but you feel it less because you're farther away from it. But it's not that you could go up, 40 stories or whatever the equivalent of the metaphor is. You'll still feel it, but it won't have the same impact, except at, as you say, at such times where something happens and you're reminded a little bit, and it's almost like you get a clear view through the stairs of the thing, and then it will sort of like resonate with you, but it won't be the same punch that you first felt. But if you never walk up the stairs, if you never acknowledge it's there in the first place, if you don't go, oh my God, what do I do now? Then you're never going to even start walking up the stairs. So Effect Life says, in the last 3 or 4 years, grandmother's lost quite a few siblings-in-law. Got a request if I would drive her this Saturday to a greeting for a friend of hers that passed away recently. Hasn't been the easiest lately. Oh yeah, I can only imagine. Effect Life, yes. I was actually talking to, I met a group of people that, a couple that my wife knows, that are older, and they were talking a little bit about that, and I knew a lot of the sort of general areas they were talking about, but they were speaking about people, a lot of whom have passed, and that was difficult for them. So Big Boss asks, Tari, have there been times where you remember them and think you would handle things differently with your current level of self-development? Do you mean handle things differently with the parents, Big Boss, or handle things differently in terms of having lost them? What do you mean? I'm curious.
Let me read that myself. Well, I mean, I was a little child back then, so...
She was too little.
Definitely. I was like 5 when my mom died, and 8 when my dad died.
Yeah. I mean, I was in my
and also
20s
a lot
and
of the
30s,
details around, especially my dad's death, have been like just kept secret from me for many years after he died. Like some shit about it I only learned like, I don't know, 5 years ago. That's how bad it is. Like that's how many secrets have been kept in my family.
I bet that's
so yeah, no, definitely I would be completely handling things differently. So yeah.
It's tough. I mean, and it's one of the nice things, I guess, about the one thing you gain, I think, from this time and from as an adult is you gain in time is perspective. And it's something that I find all the time working with young people, and I love working with the demographic I do. But the thing that's difficult about dealing with the 17/18 to 21/22 year old is it's very hard for them to understand that what they experience now is not the totality of their lives. You know, like you can say all you want, like, you know, well, you're losing the forest for the trees, but they're only in front of the tree. Like how can they know what the forest is? Like, right? Like,
yeah.
And so you always have to be. I always have to be aware of that. Like when I'm working with them, that it is intense for them, because so intense because they're there. So that whole thing a few years ago when there was the big anti. I can talk about this because one of the reasons I do the suicide stuff is on here. The suicide suggestions about the Help Now link here is based on a discussion I had with Tari about this. But the It Gets Better thing, which was originally started with older LGBTQ adults talking to younger LGBTQ people about how it gets better. They've got to know that, because otherwise you can't just be like, I'm telling you it's different, because they'll be like, I'm telling you I'm sitting in darkness, you know? So you've got to figure out how to get them past that stage. And one way to do it is to say, almost as a bridge, I've been there, and I promise you can get to the other side of it. But again, this requires compassion and empathy, as you say, Tari, and emotion, and not just anger and yelling at each other. Yeah, that's exact. And Big Boss says that means you've grown so much, Tari. And yeah, it's like,
well, yeah, I was little back then, like, I don't know, half a meter tall maybe.
Literally grown, yeah. It's like when you're a child and a house feels like it's huge because you're proportionally so much smaller than you are as an adult. That's right. Yeah. God, I remember going back to like this sledding hill that I went down when I was like 4, 5, and 6 years old, and going back to it when I was in my 30s. And I was like, oh, because it felt like a mountain to me when I was doing it. And I'm like, this is not that big. Everything feels proportionally different. I note, by the way, that as we've been doing this, some of Tari's exquisite shadow work is happening here with these things on the drawing, which seems appropriate. All right, well.
Yeah, like accidentally made this like really hopeful picture. Like
I love it. I really
but I
do.
think it like really, really fits accidentally the vibe, and I'm
I
here
love
for
that vibe. That actually, Tari, no joke, is that's a blow-upable, expandable, you know, full-size paintingable.
Well, I would need to do a bit of a cleanup on the line work, maybe. It's very, very rough.
Yeah, but I mean, but I love that. It reminds me a lot of looking out at Skyrim, at just like the entire, the possibilities, and that's what we've got here. So, very cool. Well, Tari, shall we go over?
3 possibilities, either through the mist or...
That's right. And we're walking towards the stream is where we decided, I guess, in the end. So let's take a look at what we did today, Tari, if we can. The Awakening of Cthulhu. It could mean that as possible.
It could be. Yes, the warm-up. Oh, wait, I still have my
Jamiroquai.
canvas mirrored. Yes, the holy symbol.
The holy symbol of Ifanti, which we have no idea if it's right, but we still don't have. We still don't know because we don't have a description.
I decided now this is the correct
canon.
design.
No, now it's canon.
Yes.
I mean, like, I don't. That should be the pic you use as a still for your heraldry podcast. The other one, not that one. The other one, the later one.
This one.
No, that one. Is that the pic, Big Boss? Which pic?
But yeah, I just really enjoy drawing items and stuff like that. Like years ago, I helped out as an artist on this like really small point-and-click adventure project. With
you told me that.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
And I also drew all the items for all the item puzzles for that, or most of the items anyway. Yeah. It was so much fun. And then our toilet spider.
Oh my god. That it almost looks vaguely like a mantis there, except for all the legs, but it's got.
Yeah, because of the legs going up instead of down, I guess.
The nope. First of all, it's very good, but the nope makes it again great shot. Like, nope.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been like really trying with this book to like practice my black and white ink styling, like not relying on colors or
but it's funny
shading
because I've always thought your work with shadows though is among the most striking, like as a general trend in your work. Like I've always thought that creates like can be ominous, it can be whatever, but it just adds this sense of actual realism, in the way that you do the shadows. So
Thank you.
anyway.
But yeah, like been trying to just use pure black and pure white.
Yeah. That's cool.
As you know, because like I largely use these streams just like to get out of my comfort zone and try new things.
Yep.
Like, drawing robots.
What you mean latrine robots are not your comfort zone?
No. But yeah, and like the very rare landscape drawing.
Look at that.
But yeah, here I was like again like inspired by the Mithraiums. Mithraiums? I don't know how to say it in English. With like where you have like these classic Roman style.
Yeah.
Or is set into a mountainside. Sometimes.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I really like that drawing as a kind of example, and that's a good example. That's a good way to think about it for Act 3, because that's what we're doing, is trying to get out of this area and figure out how to get back home. To get out of a comfort zone, you have to get into it. Well, that's fair. The comfort with Tari's other excellent work is there too. So this was great, Tari, as always. Wonderful work. Any last things you want to mention before I have you sign off for the day, and where will the fine folks see you and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, people can follow me on Tumblr and on Kara.app and on Blue Sky at TariToons is my handle, where I post this and that, including my art. And like weird fandom bitching, which I do a lot. That's like one of my coping things, to deal with like depression and shit.
Yeah.
Just like, bitch about shit that doesn't matter. Because what are gonna people do? Sue me over having opinions about video games?
Exactly.
And also I want to say again a lot of thanks for everybody who showed up last week for the final session of Beowulf after 2 years. That was such a fun campaign and such a fun experience.
It was, and you did a wonderful job.
I'm gonna remember that one for years to come.
Yeah, same. I really
good.
enjoyed that a lot too, and it was, you did a wonderful job playing in it, and yeah, for sure. And I'm excited also, again, chat, those of you know who are here for Tari Tuesdays, that Dragonbane is coming at you next month. I'm very pumped up for that. You should see the overlay and artwork that Tari's put together for this, by the way. You should see
I'm not done yet.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's going to be amazing. You should see the video that Drew the Damager, who's designing for this, is put together. It's off the hook, and the campaign itself is great. We did our session 0, it was a lot of fun. We're going to be doing session 1 starting in February. We're going to be doing the opening of it. You're going to get a chance. You'll find out the name of the campaign. It's going to be great. So yeah, and you'll see Tari back as well for more gamebook illustration stuff as well, as we continue Lost in the Dark, now that we are lost in the fog or something. Now that we're lost in the light officially.
As Bernd das Brot would say, mist.
Mist.
Mist. Mist is like one way to say fuck.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought it sounded like mist. Mist never changes. I thought it was gonna be one of those
no. It's like a whole thing that's like this old or like still ongoing like TV thing in Germany. It's like a Muppets type thing. It's not the Muppets, but like puppetry.
And so mist is
like
their
one
bad
of them
word.
is like a loaf of bread named Bernd, and his thing is that he is always grumpy.
Okay.
He always says mist, which is like phooey, something like that,
Mist. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we do our campaign on a loaf of sentient bread. It's gonna be amazing. Tari, this was great as always.
Yes,
and I enjoyed the discussion too. Chat, can we get some love? First of all, buy Tari stuff. Secondly, can we get some love for the incomparable TariToons' amazing work tonight? Thank you, Tari. This was great, and I am looking forward to Dragonbane and more of this next month as well.
Yes. See you then. Bye.
Bye, Tari.
Au revoir. Toodaloo.
All right. Good stuff. Also, could I just say, I really liked this music. I've got to find out more about this Dragon Sphere game, because it's kind of cool, I have to say. Also, a couple of other notes. So I'm going to save, annotate, now that we've done this. But while I'm doing that, would someone be so kind as to type in ! next game? Because we are finishing up our vote on this here we go. We are finishing up our vote on this today. So get in your votes. Dragonspear, did you hear what I said about the fact that we're listening to the soundtrack for Dragon Sphere, Sphere, and I was saying how much this was like, this is in your honor, etc. That's what this is. Dragon Sphere is what this music is from. A 1994 MS-DOS game. All right, let's see. Dragon Sphere game. It is point and click. You play as a newly crowned king who needs to stop the evil sorcerer who's about to break free from his seal. 1,000 deaths await your every step as you unlock mind-bending puzzles. Magical items lie just out of reach. A host of deadly monsters is eager to do battle with you. Glorious rewards are yours to obtain as you struggle to preserve your father's legacy. The stage is set. The fate of the world turns upon your actions. The time for adventure is now. Decent but tedious, says the review. Some relying on non-logical solutions that make progress feel like trial and error rather than clever problem solving. It's too bad that it's point and click, but I do like this music. Yeah, it looks King's Questy. Interesting one. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It's the first I heard of it was today. But I like this music, though. Also, it's got a long soundtrack, relatively speaking, for a 94 game. Hour and 25 minutes is a decent-sized soundtrack for a PC game in the mid-90s. Decent but tedious is also a really good description of the internet in 2026. Yeah, you got that right. So, all right, let's see what we've got here today. Thanks, everyone, for the good turnout today. It was good to see everybody. And I appreciated everyone, as always, keeping it real, but keeping it supportive and community-based in here with a difficult discussion. Not every community, I think, is capable of talking about difficult matters like this and doing so in a way that's helpful for everybody. So thank you. I am, grateful that we can do that, and I hope that everyone will reach out to each other as these things come along. Okay, so we have got 4 votes for Viewfinder, 2 for Flotsam, 1 for Bomber Crew, and Viewfinder is the one that I think, I believe Effect Life said was a little bit like Gorogoa, if I'm not mistaken. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Effect Life, but I think that's right. Oh, and Tilted, yes, of course you can. What's the suggestion for the next Chat Chosen game? Although definitely you should remind me next month as well. But what were you thinking about, Tilted? Okay, last chance to vote here on this. Last chance. 2 games after each other, going once. Going twice. Okay. Viewfinder is the winner. Viewfinder is the winner. So that is what we will be playing next week. Stardew Valley No Time Limit Edition. That's not... No, I was asking Tilted. You and I have talked about the No Time Limit Edition thing. Fretless will be up your alley. I suggested to Eric a while back. Fretless. I don't think I know that one. Tilted. Is Viewfinder, by the way, available on GOG, I wonder? Oh, for next month. Okay. View... It is. Huzzah. Okay, so I will... Okay. Get code for Viewfinder. Great. Maybe on GOG as well. Okay, let me just check this quickly on Fretless. Do I get to play a fretless bass? Can I be Tony Levin? The Wrath of Rifson. In this turn-based RPG, wield powerful legendary instruments, gather mighty riff attacks, and save the land from Rick Riffson's devilish goons and musicals. Fretless will make you feel like a rock god. Sensational staccato of a game, the perfect musical punch for players to enjoy. Adorable premise, great presentation, amazing combat system. Passion project turned into a downright fun experience. This short and sweet RPG spins up a beautiful deck-building melody, says Kotaku. An authentic look at the fantasy that exists in every musician's head, says the Indie Informer. Genuine indie gem, one of my favorite gaming experiences of the year. 80 out of 100, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Okay. Very cool. Rhythm-based RPG. That's cool. Stray Gods is an awesome RPG set as a musical. This is cool. Yeah, I will definitely, I'll try to remember but to sort of put it on there, but if you're around Tilted or you can let somebody know, sometimes people are willing to put in for someone else a nomination for next month. I'd be interested in checking that out. I think I've heard of Stray Gods vaguely, but I don't know for sure, but I think so. I have not played Gods Will Be Watching. I have heard of that, but I have not played it. I don't know much about it, to be honest. Okay. So that, folks, is going to do it for here. But I am not done streaming. I'm going to be at 4 p.m. At the top of the hour. I'm going to be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel with Pen and Pixels as I am playing Breath of Fire 4. This will be my personal final stream before spring semester 2026 begins on Thursday. But I will also be here. The channel will be here tomorrow night as Community D&D gets back into the swing of things with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Tilted Gaming will join you as a player along with Omgia Truck / known as Hoodie, also Gubby, also known as Yoi Gawain Lin, also Drew the Damager, and Shadowed Mage as your DM, bringing them through this massive dungeon. So that'll be happening tomorrow. Yeah. No, that's totally cool. Oh, thank you, Triffid, for doing that. So anyway, yes, so that's going to be happening. So I've got Breath of Fire 4, Pen and Pixels this afternoon in GOG at 4 p.m. Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we will have more of Community D&D with Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And then Thursday night, after I get back from my first day of class for the spring semester, I will be joining all of you for some Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I'll be playing that Thursday night and Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Should be a good time. And then next week, we've got Viewfinder. We have got more of this game, more of Breath of Fire 4. We have got more Metroid Prime 4. And then over the weekend, a week from this coming weekend, I will be at Farpoint, Baltimore. And I will be streaming I'll be streaming remotely from these lovely folks down there. I'll be streaming remotely and playing two things, actually. Actually, no, I take that back. This coming Sunday, I will have By the Dice Roll. I need to remember that. That's going to be happening. But then also the following Sunday, or the following Saturday, I should say, I will be streaming remotely from Baltimore, from the hotel where Farpoint is taking place, and we will be doing more of Eberron, Oracle of War, as that campaign has gotten super intense. So it's going to be good times. If you liked what you saw and heard today, I hope you will follow the channel. I hope you will check out our YouTube. Thanks for those of you who are watching and following over there. ! ArvTube. Please subscribe to us over there. We're at a new record level of subscribers, so would love to see you people join us. It's free for you to do that, but really helps. Also, the Discord is free to join, and you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. That's ! Arvcord. And the website for this, Blue Sky, sorry, ! Arvsky. Please follow me over there. Website for this, arvaneleron.com. Financially, ! Arv Shop is my merchandise area, where you can get cool swag for yourself and stuff to support the channel. Patreon is !ARVTRAYON right there. We're really trying to build that back up into triple digits. So please consider supporting us there if you can. You can get cool stuff for yourself and also cool stuff for the channel. So please do that. !ARVTRAYON for that. Subbing to the channel gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. So please consider doing that. That would be lovely. On the publishing front, !Icarus, my graphic novel from Mathis Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes from 5e Adventure and Sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. Sold out in print. It is available still digitally through DriveThruRPG, and we're looking to get a second printing hopefully up soon. But before we do that, we need to get Greyshade out. And speaking of that, !Greyshade. That's my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, available at that link. You can, from Mathis Arts, you can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade and Renegade from our very own Trend Sparks. Heretic is coming soon, within the next probably 4 to 5 weeks. Will be the final audiobook released in that trilogy. Again, Trend did an amazing job on these, so I highly recommend that. You can also, at that !Greyshade link, pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from the aforementioned Alligator Alley Entertainment and designed by our very own Brandon O'Brien, The Rising Tides. So I hope you will consider jumping on board and pre-ordering that. That is going to be awesome and amazing too. Can't wait for you all to see that game. He did a great job of that too. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. My thoughts continue to be with the people of Minneapolis, in particular, Minnesota more generally, as they fight back against federal occupation. And hopefully that will come to an end soon. In the meantime, we are very grateful for the work that we see coming out of it, and much love to the people of Minneapolis right now. Thanks to everyone who was here today. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Dragon Spear, Hillness, Feel Better Hillness, Triffity Mats, the best in the business. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Hillness, Triffid, Effect Life, Nonstop, Tilted Gaming, Imaginary Exponent. Thank you to all. Good to see you again, Wenchkin. Thank you, and please hang in there, and best of luck for some peace with all of this and with the changes. I'm really glad that you're doing something that will be helpful to you in providing that peace. Thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Big Boss. Is always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have Craigery with us. Always a pleasure to have Darth Sisu with us, and of course Eric and Excel naturally, and Jagtris. Of course, you Christensen, as always, Valerian Gamer, and of course again Wenchkin. Thank you all for being here. This was lovely. Enjoyed this a lot today. A special thanks today to my friend TariToons for her amazing work in the illustrations, as always. Next Tuesday, Patreon Fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month. In a little bit, top of the hour, 4 p.m. Eastern, GOG.com, playing some more Breath of Fire 4. And then Wednesday night, Community D&D. And Thursday night, we continue with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Very excited for that, too. More of the Gamebook illustration stream coming, of course, next month. That's it for now. I'll see you folks over at GOG in a little bit. Until then, as I always say, everyone, please be good to each other. Much love, and have a good night.